Here we go.
Who's saying?
You know what, Brennan? You'll get to say it this time. I don't know whose turn it is, but I don't care. You will say it. Is that cool?
Yes.
Okay. Welcome back to Chit Chats, everybody. My name is Antonio.
My name is Snorlax, and let's have a chit chat.
No way. Dude, that's you for real.
Dude, I legit did a TikTok filter where it's like, what Pokemon are you? And it gave me Snorlax twice.
No way.
Like, that's a fucking sign.
That is a sign. That is fate. That is fate right there. All right. Well, welcome back to Chit Chats, everybody. We got a fun little episode. We got Brennan here. Brennan, you are a classic guest. You know, we've had you on countless times. Thank you for appearing again. Even in this state, I mean, like right now, you currently have COVID for the third time.
Third time, baby.
Third time's the charm, I suppose. Even with COVID, I don't know. But thank you for being here, regardless of that. Brennan, this is a very special episode for you specifically, and I want to see if you can guess why.
Oh no.
Like I said, this is particular to you. This is a very special episode for you. Can you guess what it is?
Something to do with cooking with Brennan or something?
It does not have to do with cooking with Brennan.
Well, shit.
Well, no, it does not.
Is it something about like just videos I've been on your channel?
It does have to do with that, yes.
Oh boy. Oh no.
I'll give you one guess, and if you can't get it, I'll just tell you.
This is gonna be how many videos have I been in on Tonyversal? Yes, that.
I mean, we've rebranded to just Chit Chats, so we are no longer Tonyversal Productions.
Oh, that's right.
But
so then, how many videos I've been on the Tonyverse main channel?
This episode of Chit Chats is your 100th episode that you have done of the show.
This is the 100th episode of Chit Chat?
This marks the 100th episode,
Holy
yes.
Fuck.
So, congratulations, Brennan. You have been in the most episodes out of any guest, and you're the first to reach 100 episodes. First guest. Obviously, I've been in every one, but you are the first guest to have been in one. I mean, you're also like the honorary co-host, so that makes sense. But yeah, so you know that's a big deal. And because of that, I have prepared a very special activity for us to do. And as you probably know, I have not told you what it is yet, but I'm going to show you right now. So if you would please refer to the slideshow that I am presenting to you. You know, Brennan, we've had you on in countless episodes now where we've done like game shows and, you know, we've had you on as a guest. And I have prepared here a very special game show specific to you. Of course, you're the only one here today. So you will be participating in it. And, you know, you may remember in the previous game shows that we've done, you know, maybe the tides were kind of against you a little bit. You know, like you didn't get the best luck with the questions, whatever the matter may be. This is to this specific quiz. I have no doubts that this is like right up your alley. So, do you want to take a guess at what the subject matter of this quiz is?
I almost want to be like, did Brennan talk about Zelda in this chit chat or not?
like we go through every episode of Chit Chats and you say,
did I talk about Zelda in this one?
That's not a bad idea. I might have to write that down.
No. Fuck, what could it be?
You see the screen, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Welcome back to the chat.
Mm-hmm.
Brennan's game. I don't know. This is interesting.
All right. Well, I'm going to reveal it to you if you don't have a guess. Are you ready?
Please. I have no idea.
Brennan, today we are going to play 2 Truths, 1 Lie: The Legend of Zelda edition.
Oh, this sounds fucking awesome.
So, this is how this is going to work. I am going to present to you, there's going to be a total of 10 rounds, and in each round, I am going to present to you 3 statements about the Legend of Zelda franchise. Your job is to, out of those 3 statements, deduce which one of them is the lie. One of them will be incorrect. You have to tell me which one of them is the incorrect statement. And it's as simple as that. And that's how this is going to go.
Cool.
So, given your vast Zelda knowledge, I feel like you will probably do pretty well at this. But you know, I tried to make it a little difficult, especially towards the end. I tried to go a little hard on the questions. So I don't know. We'll see. But you know, I am not like a big Zelda.
Let me go grab my Hyrule Historia and
no cheating. This is strictly off of your knowledge only. All right. Okay. But yeah, like I said, like I am not like the biggest like Zelda fan. Well, I mean, I like Zelda, but you know me. I'm not like I haven't played like all of the games. And so I don't know. Like I tried to come up with these based on like stuff that like I thought was gonna be like maybe like a little bit more niche knowledge. So like, but there might be stuff here. What?
I've been watching me and Donovan, Tears of the Kingdom. I've been watching me and his hours played, and we keep fighting each other for top. So like, I'll play for a long time, and then I'll be above him. But next time I get on the play, he'll be way above me, and then I'll play and I'll be above him. Yeah. So me and Donovan just keep like fighting for who's.
Oh my gosh, yeah, yeah. Meanwhile, I'm still at like I think I'm at like 10 hours.
Yes, I know. We've been trust me. Me and Donovan have talked about that before.
Well, hey, we're not testing my Zelda knowledge. We're testing yours. So, but yeah, like I said, like I'm curious to see like if some of the stuff is like stuff that like you are already very aware of, or if it's like stuff that maybe you didn't know as much. So we're gonna see. We're gonna see.
Excited.
All right, so let's get started.
It's either going to test my knowledge or expand my knowledge. So
exactly. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. There will be a good outcome either way, even if you do bad. So we'll see. All right, here we go. We're gonna started with question number 1. All right. So, and by question, I mean like I called them questions, but really it's going to be like 3 statements. Yeah, you know what I mean. All right. Here we go. Link is traditionally left-handed. Robin Williams named his daughter after the titular character of Zelda. Link was almost named Peter. So, one of these is wrong. You have to tell me which one is wrong.
So, I know for sure 2 is right because not only do I follow a lot of stuff that his daughter Zelda does after his death, but because that is one of the reasons why they had him. There's literally a famous Ocarina of Time remake trailer where he's talking about, he's like, I'll travel across the world for you, Zelda, and do all these things. And his daughter's like, Dad, are you confusing me with the princess again? And he's like, I don't see a difference. Oh. And it was like a really famous, really cool trailer. It was sadly like not too long before he passed.
Okay.
And I'm trying to remember... Because Link's been both left-handed and right-handed. He used to be one, but then after the motion controls of Twilight Princess came out, he got switched. But I'm trying to remember if he was originally left and got switched to right, or if he was originally right and got switched to left.
I don't know.
No, because in Tears of the Kingdom he's left-handed. So Link was traditionally right-handed.
Okay.
Because it used to be switched. Because the Wii version is completely mirrored than the GameCube version, and so in the GameCube version of Twilight Princess, he was right-handed, but then in the Wii U version, he was left-handed. Or do I have that backwards? Fuck.
I don't want to say too much because I don't want to give anything away. So I will remain silent, or at least I will not talk a whole lot. But yeah, like I said, one of these is a lie. So make sure that you read the statement, and if it is wrong, then that's the one that you pick.
I'm gonna say 3 is the lie.
3 is the lie?
Yeah.
Okay. You're correct. 3 is the lie.
So I was right in the first one. I think I just had it switched.
Yeah, I like, here's the thing. This was the easy question. Like, this is like by far the easiest one. At least to me. and so I was worried that you were gonna pick one. I was like, yeah, because it is true. Link is traditionally left-handed. He has been right-handed in games where you use the Wii remote because most people are right-handed.
Yeah,
but
I remember that because I remember, like I said, the GameCube version of Twilight Princess, he is left-handed.
Mm-hmm.
But when the Wii version came out, due to, I can't remember what it was, but they literally just mirrored the whole fucking game.
Right.
The whole game got mirrored, and so it turned Link right-handed, which was fine for them because most people are right-handed with the Joy-Con, with the fucking stick anyways.
Right. Yeah. Okay, so you got that. So good job. All right, so that is 1 point for you. We're going to move on to question number 2. In the Wii U really quick, I have general themes for some of these questions. So like that first question was more general Zelda knowledge. This one, these 3 statements are specifically revolved around Breath of the Wild.
Okay.
So here we go. In the Wii U version of The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, players can unlock the Master Cycle if they have Mario Kart 8 save data on their console. Breath of the Wild is the best-selling game in the Zelda franchise.
Ooh.
Breath of the Wild was inspired by Minecraft.
Oh, fuck. This one might be a little hard.
Gonna have to put your thinking cap on.
I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure it is. I'm pretty sure Breath of the Wild is the top-selling game now. I'm pretty sure it beat that a while ago. But I don't know. I actually don't know. I don't know if you can get the fucking Master Cycle in Breath of the Wild or not on Wii U. Because you get the Master Cycle from finishing the DLC, the fucking Champion's Ballad, because it's like your own divine beasts.
I sometimes forget that there was a Wii U version of Breath of the Wild.
I always forget that there's a fucking.
I just think that's funny. Like it's just so funny because I associate that game so much with the Switch, but it is technically on the Wii U. Yeah. But yeah. That's all the commentary I have. I can't give too much, but let's see what you're thinking here. What is Brennan gonna pick? What is the lie here?
I know number 2. I'm sure number 2 is true. I don't think the Wii U could handle that thing. This might be wrong, and this is gonna be a question where I'm totally just I'd rather take the knowledge if I'm wrong. Uh-huh. I'm going to say that number 1 is wrong, and that the DLC came out too late after the Wii U version of the game, and they could not transfer this Master Cycle to the Wii U version.
All right, so you're going to say that number 1 is the lie?
Yeah.
Okay. You are correct.
Okay.
I made that up. I thought it sounded like it could be true, but it is not true, evidently.
I totally could have seen it happen, but also thinking about it, I was just like, the third one actually is kind of a shock to me. I didn't know that.
Well, so it's a little bit of a stretch to say that completely. I will say that in interviews with the developers, they say that they took inspiration from Minecraft in kind of the like vastness of the world. But it's not like it was directly inspired. But I just thought I threw that in there. I thought it might throw you off. But
I was gonna say I felt like the ballad of the Champion's Ballad came out just too far after that. I feel like once it came out, they like just didn't care enough to like work a way to get the Master Cycle in.
Well, I'm not completely sure off the top of my head, but I think that they did come out with the DLC in the Wii U version, but I don't think you can't get the Master Cycle if you have Mario Kart 8 save data. That's not a thing.
Okay. I wouldn't know. I've never played Breath of the Wild on Wii U or ever seen it.
I don't think a lot of people have. I think like most people have exclusively played it on Switch, but yeah. Oh. All right, so good job. You got another point there. Let's move on to question 3. So these 3 statements are specifically themed around your favorite Zelda game, Twilight Princess.
Oh, shit. Okay.
So here we go. The entirety of the Wii release of The Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess is mirrored. Twilight Princess was originally going to be the last Zelda game, but after the stellar sales of the Wii version, it was decided that the series would be continued. Sheik was planned to appear in Twilight Princess, but was cut. The model was later used for Super Smash Bros. Brawl.
Oh shit. Okay, well I know one is right because we literally just talked about that.
Yeah.
But I don't know what's like fucking me up right now is I remember things about both. Okay. I remember there being talks about how due to like its size and like how graphically appealing Twilight Princess was that they were going to make it the last game.
Uh-huh.
But then it was changed, and I also remember the ideas for Sheik being in the game, because I remember that people were talking about where did they get the design for Sheik, because later Sheik's design was turned into the stealth armor from Breath of the Wild. That's the Sheik that we now see in Ultimate. But was it gonna be? I don't.
I mean, are you sure that one isn't a lie?
Yeah,
have you completely ruled that out? I don't know. A little tricky here.
I'm going to go ahead and say that 2 is a lie, because I think that after they made the motion controls for Twilight Princess, I'm pretty sure they were already working on the 25th anniversary of Skyward Sword, because 25th anniversary wasn't going to be too long after.
Okay.
So I'm hoping this is right. I'm going to say 2.
2 is the lie?
Yeah.
All right.
I think if I remember correctly, the design was used for Super Smash Brothers.
Well, you are correct.
Okay.
Yeah, so, Twilight Princess was never going to be the last Zelda game by any capacity. If anything, if it didn't sell well, they were going to go back to just making 2D Zelda games exclusively. But it did sell well, so they did not do that. But, yeah, no.
It sold really well, which is funny, too, because even though it sold well, people still say the GameCube version is better.
Right, yeah. Well, and and that's the thing is, the Wind Waker did not do as well as they thought it would. So that's, kind of where they started feeling a little, unsure about it,
That's because the Wind Waker didn't do as well as they thought it would, is because, more Zelda knowledge here that I have stored in the back of my brain, is because the Zeltec demo that we got before Wind Waker came out showed a really cool 3D model fight of what looked like Ocarina of Time Link almost fighting Ganondorf in a really badass fight.
Right.
And then the next game we got was Wind Waker. And so what happened to those awesome fucking graphics that looked super dark and edgy and shit like that? And then we got Wind Waker.
Right.
Which of course now Wind Waker is one of the fucking best Zelda games.
Yeah, and people I think people retroactively look very fondly back on it, but I think at the time it definitely was not received as well. But
I think maybe that's what I heard then that I was thinking of, is that if it didn't do well, they weren't going to stop. They were just going to go back to just 2D.
Yeah, as far as I could tell. See, I did do I did quite a bit of research for this.
Research.
And I learned a lot about Zelda myself from it. So, but yeah, so that was number 3. You are now 3 for 3, so congratulations. Let us move on to number 4. These are specifically based off of Ocarina of Time.
Oh, okay.
The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time was originally intended to be played in first person. The fastest completion time for a speed run of Ocarina of Time is just under 7 minutes. Ocarina of Time has been re-released for Nintendo platforms 7 times.
Okay, I'm pretty sure I already know that number 1 is a lie. Because for number 2, I know that one is right. I'm pretty sure because there is a glitch where once you get past all the tutorial in Korok Forest and you get the sword and the shield and you go to the Deku Tree, you can glitch the game where once you finish the Deku Tree dungeon and you go to fight Goma, if you do this weird fucking combo where you throw down a Deku Nut, hop on your Ocarina, back out, do it again, hop on your Ocarina, and then backflip through the fucking door, you just end up in Ganon's castle.
Okay.
And so I know people figured out that glitch, so I know number 2 is true. And then I'm trying to think. Let's see. It's Ocarina of Time. There's the Master Collection, the Wii, the Wii U. Now it's on Switch. 3D remake. I've watched a lot of videos talking about scrapped shit from Ocarina of Time, and as far as I know, they've never talked about it being in first person. See, what could be tricky here is that, for all I know, number 3 could be kind of right with it being released a lot of times, but not just number 7. Like, it could have been only released 5 times.
Do you really think I would do that? Do you really think I would pull something like that?
Yes, because I know you.
Well, I mean, hey, by that logic, maybe 2 is wrong. Maybe 2 isn't under 7 minutes. Maybe it's under 6 minutes. But I don't know.
I mean, fuck. I know. I've watched so many videos because I was watching all the videos about the data leaks back when all that shit got released about Ocarina of Time. I was fucking watching videos about how it used to have portal travel, like the portal gun dude. By the way, yes, it used to have 2 items that looked very similar to what we originally got as Din's Fire and Naru's Wind or whatever. Those fucking little items that they gave us.
Mm-hmm.
That used to be a blue and an orange one, and you straight up used to use them like portals from the fucking.
I actually did not know that. That was not something that I learned when I was doing the research for this, but that's cool.
It was in the big data leak back in 2021 or something like that.
Huh. Okay.
I'm gonna go ahead and say that 1 is the lie.
You're gonna say 1 is the lie?
Yeah.
Okay. That is incorrect.
Yeah, I knew it.
3 is the lie.
Knew you could do that shit.
So here's the thing, right? Ocarina of Time has been re-released 7 times. But one of them was not for a Nintendo console. One of them was for the iQ player, which was a non-Nintendo branded console only released in Japan. And they released Ocarina of Time for it. It did not sell well, but they did release Ocarina of Time. But other than that, the other 6 times have been on Nintendo platforms.
God damn you. I fucking knew it.
But either way, you did. But yes, no, it is true that Ocarina of Time was originally intended to be played in first person. That is a fact.
Damn, it's something I must have missed back in my research days.
That's just what can I say?
I knew 2 was right. I've seen too many videos of people doing that speedrun.
Yeah, it is. It's like 6 minutes 49 seconds. I'm pretty sure something like that is like the record time, something like that. Yeah, it's crazy, but yeah. Anyway, I think Ocarina of Time, it's been released in the Master Quest, the 3DS version, the Wii Virtual Console, the Wii U Virtual Console, the Nintendo Switch Online, and there's one more that I'm forgetting. I think it was like a Zelda collection. I think they did like the Master Quest, and then they did like a Zelda collection also on GameCube, and so that was 6 times that it's been released. So yeah. But all right, but it's okay. You're still 3 for 4. That's still a very good percentage. So let's move on to question 5. These I believe are based off of the handheld Zelda games.
Oh,
generally speaking. All right,
this might be a little bit weaker for me.
All right, well let's see. All right, first we got.
Not as much.
Mm-hmm. There are more dungeons in The Legend of Zelda: Oracle of Ages than there are in Oracle of Seasons.
Fuck.
In The Legend of Zelda: A Link Between Worlds, playing in hero mode will allow players to expand their knowledge of Ravio lore. The Legend of Zelda: The Minish Cap is the only mainline Zelda game not developed by Nintendo.
Good. Okay.
So what
trying to
are
remember,
you thinking about this?
I'm trying to think back to my days of playing. Okay, as far as I remember, Minish Cap was not developed by Nintendo, surprisingly enough, especially because it's like one of the best 2D games.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I'm trying to remember back when I played The Link Between Worlds, the hero mode. It also sucks that I don't remember much about Oracles of Ages and Oracles of Seasons. Like, I had fun with those games, but I don't remember. Um,
I have only ever played Minish Cap out of these, I believe. I really want to play A Link Between Worlds, though. I hear that one's really good.
Link Between Worlds was great.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I also, wait, like, really quick, kind of a side tangent, but dude, check out what I got the other day. I'm going to show this on camera. Dude, ready?
Oh, you got Majora's Mask.
Majora's Mask 3D.
3D.
Yeah.
Dude, that's a great one.
I got this. They had this at GameStop for like a pretty good price. And I also got it, like I had a coupon. So I got it. I was like, why not? Now I have both Ocarina of Time 3D and Majora's Mask. I know that people say this version is like inferior in a couple ways, but I still wanted to get it. But I don't know. But what are you thinking about this?
Dude, okay, so only one I'm like even somewhat sure on was 3.
Okay.
And I actually don't know if I ever did hero mode in A Link Between Worlds.
Do you know who Ravio is? I'm assuming you do.
It's that
Yeah, okay.
it's the low rule counterpart of Link.
I thought he was just the guy that looked like Nabbit from Mario.
He does.
He does look like that.
He's just like a seller throughout the game, and then at the end of the game, he's like, "Wait, I'm you, but from low rule." I mean, literally the only thing I can think of here is that it would have to be 2 because you learn about Ravio all at the end of the game.
Mm-hmm.
After you fight the main bitch and say
Okay.
low rule.
Okay.
I'm just gonna say 2. That's another one that I don't know for sure.
You're going to say 2 is the lie?
I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. For some odd reason, I have a feeling that 3 was developed by like Minish Cap was like helped develop by like Capcom for some reason.
Okay.
I don't know why, but that's like a thing that I'm kind of remembering.
But so you're saying that 3 is true though, because
Yeah.
you're saying that 2 is the lie. Okay.
And one, I have no idea because I've only played. I beat one of them, but I always mix up which one I actually beat. And so I'm gonna say 2 is the lie because I'm pretty sure you learn everything about Revalio in like just the main game.
Okay. So as it turns out, 3 is the lie. And let me tell you why. So yes, it is true that there are more dungeons in Oracle of Ages than Oracle of Seasons. That is a fact. Mainly because I believe Oracle of Ages is more puzzle based than Oracle of Seasons.
I'm gonna look that up. I didn't know that one had more dungeons than the other. But
yeah, I think it has like one more. 2, it is actually true because if you play in hero mode, there is a specific house that you can go into where you can read Ravio's diary, and you can only do that in hero mode. So that is true. 3 is the lie because the Minish Cap was developed by Capcom. You were correct about that. But it was not the only Zelda game developed by Capcom because Capcom also helped develop the Oracle games.
Oh shit!
Mm-hmm. Yeah, which I actually did not know before I
did not
before
know
I
that
researched this project. But yeah, so that's that. But Brennan, we are halfway through the game here. So, but you know what? And you still have 5 more chances to get more points. So, you know, keep your head up. All right. Are you looking up stuff now? Hey,
Yeah,
don't.
I'm curious.
Okay, but don't look up too much because that might like I don't want you to like get spoiled for future questions.
Oracle of Ages. Oracle of Ages has
Brad,
8
you're playing with
dungeons.
fire here, dude. You're playing with Din's fire here, dude.
Oh yeah, Seasons has 7 dungeons and Oracle has 8 dungeons.
Yep.
Huh. I never knew that.
All right, now you will put your phone away and look at my game. All
I
right.
was just curious. Okay, I never knew that there was that one had more. I knew that one was more combat based and one was more puzzle based, but I
Yeah.
never knew that it actually changed
Mm-hmm.
the amount that there was one more
I
dungeon
think
there.
I think if I remember correctly, I think you can connect them, and then I think you get like an extra dungeon in seasons. I think something like that. I don't know. I'm not exactly sure,
I
but
don't know. Both those games are a big mystery to me
yeah,
sometimes.
they're kind of. I kind of hope I kind of hope Nintendo like remakes. I kind of want them to remake them, like because I feel like it might bring new life to them. I don't know.
I either want them to remake them or put them on the virtual console
Or put them
instead.
on virtual. Yeah, actually, that would make more
I want
sense.
to be able
Actually,
to play them again.
yeah, that would make more sense. They could just do that or they could put them on NSO or whatever. I don't know.
Yeah.
But let's move on to number 6. All right, so these are more general Zelda knowledge. So these aren't really have to do with any specific game. The Legend of Zelda NES was originally released in Japan as The Legend of Zelda: The Hyrule Fantasy. From the Nintendo DS onward, there has been a Zelda-themed version of every main Nintendo console released. Link's Awakening was inspired by the 90s TV series Twin Peaks.
Fuck.
So I know I just threw a lot of information at you, but this is why I made the slideshow because now you can read them individually and kind of like pick them apart individually, you know. But just go go off of like what you know first and foremost about this stuff, and then you can kind of like pick off like what you think could be a lie or not, you know. What will Brennan pick?
I mean, as far as I've known, I don't remember Zelda being called the Hyrule Fantasy, but that could be wrong if um that was the original name, you know?
And it could have been in Japan,
Yeah.
but maybe I made that up.
And I know that like pretty much I can't remember if the Wii came out after the DS. Yeah, it did. No, it didn't. No, fuck. No, because the DS came out. Fuck, was that before or after the Wii? Shit. Um,
Well, and regardless, was there a Zelda themed version of all of those consoles?
yeah, well, I know that there was a Zelda themed of the DS, and I know there's a Zelda themed of the 3DS, and I know, of course, there's been a shit ton of Zelda themed for the Switch, and I know there was a Zelda themed for the EU.
And also, I should clarify maybe that when I say main Nintendo console, I mean like the DS, the DSi that's the same umbrella.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like even if there was a Zelda themed DS but not a Zelda themed DSi, that still counts as one. You know what I mean? So, yeah. But other than that, there's not much more clarification I can add to this. It is up to you to deduce the
I
lie.
kind of remember them. I kind of remember hearing, like, or watching a video that Link's Awakening was based off of a show, but I don't remember if it was Twin Peaks or not.
I mean,
That's such a random fact, too. You know,
yeah.
such a weird shit. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and say 3 is true
Okay.
because I know it was based off of a show, but I don't know if it was Twin Peaks, but I have no idea. So I'm gonna say 3's. Fuck. I'm gonna say 3's true.
Mm-hmm.
I don't ever remember a Wii Zelda themed, like a Zelda themed Wii. And there's always name differences between the Japan releases and America releases. I mean, fuck, for all we know, it could have got released as The Legend of Zelda Hyrule Fantasy in Japan. But then once it got released in America, they changed it to just The Legend of Zelda. They've done that before. When the name got more popular in the Americas, they changed it in the Japan version too. I don't remember there being a Wii version of Zelda Wii, so I'm going to cross my fucking fingers and say that number 2 is a lie.
Are you sure you're going to go with number 2?
Yeah.
All right, you are correct.
Okay.
You're right. Yeah, there was no Zelda-themed Wii. You were absolutely correct about that. There was a Zelda DS, there was a Zelda 3DS, there was a Zelda
Link's
Wii U
Awakening
even.
was based off of fucking Twin Peaks. I knew it was based off a show, but
it wasn't completely based off of Twin Peaks, but they did take inspiration from Twin Peaks in crafting the atmosphere of the town in that game, essentially.
Legend of Zelda's original name in Japan.
And yeah, it is true that the original Zelda, only the original Zelda, was referred to as, translated to English, The Legend of Zelda, The Hyrule Fantasy.
Yeah, of course, with Japan being backwards, it was the Hyrule Fantasy,
right?
The Legend of Zelda, but
yeah,
just because they're backwards.
Yeah, but translated to English, that's what it was.
That's great. That's a piece of information I'm really glad I know now. I had no idea that it used to be called The Legend of Zelda: The Hyrule Fantasy.
Yeah, I'm glad that I can teach. I'm glad I can teach you some things about Zelda that I was not expecting to be teaching you. Yeah. But you got that one right, so good job.
Literally 1 and 2 for me were both like, well, I mean, all 3 of these were like, fuck, I don't know. Only reason I said 3 was right is because I remember it being inspired or whatever by a show, but I had no idea what the show was.
Yeah.
And then both 1 and 2, I was like, both those could be a lie. But I was like, I do not remember a Wii Zelda. Like, I don't remember a Zelda Wii.
Right, no, that never happened. There was even a Zelda Wii U, but there was no Zelda Wii.
Yeah,
so, yeah.
And so I was like, okay, I guess I'll go with that one.
And then as far as I know, I don't know if did they ever do a Zelda Switch other than the Tears of the Kingdom one?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure there was a Breath of the Wild Switch too.
You could be right about that. I'm not actually sure, but I know that like only as of recently that I know for sure that they had a Zelda Switch. But yeah, other than that, yeah, you got it right. So good job. All right, are you ready to move on to question 7?
Oh, fuck. Sure.
All right. Here we go. I believe these are based off of Wind Waker, if I'm not mistaken. So let's see.
Wind Waker.
Yes, okay. A cut piece of dialogue hidden in the code of The Legend of Zelda The Wind Waker features an NPC mentioning the Minish species by name 2 years before the Minish Cap was released. Instead of Wind Waker's infamous Triforce quest, players were originally intended to complete 2 additional dungeons that were cut from the final release of the game. Wind Waker HD, the game's remastered version on the Wii U, is rated higher by the ESRB than the original version.
Okay. Fuck. Okay. So, Wind Waker is ridiculous with how much cut content is from this fucking game, dude. So, there is fucking... I'm pretty sure. So there's like in total 3 different cut dungeons from that game. There's like a water dungeon that was cut, which is where you would have met Jaboon, I think his name is, the fish that gives you the pearl. But like you go to his island and it's like destroyed because Ganon attacked, and so he went into hiding. And then you and the King of Red Lions go find them hidden behind Outset Island. Because there's dialogue of like Jaboon being hurt and like screaming, which they eventually reused for the ghost ship. Yes, I know that detail.
All right, yeah. See, this is another reason why I wanted to do this, because I wanted to give you an outlet to just like barf out all of your Zelda knowledge.
It's actually really creepy. When you finish the ghost ship, you hear like a scream, and people are like, "Whoa, what's that scream?" And then later we learned that that's the cut Jaboon scream from when he was getting like attacked in like the temple or something like that, probably by like the dungeon boss. And they just took it and then like raised the pitch and used it as like the final scream in the ghost ship.
Okay.
But I know that there was 2 other cut dungeons that they had to cut because they ran out of time, and that's what eventually became Ice Island and Fire Island, where you get a couple of the items you have to use to like complete the story. And I remember in Hyrule Historia, they actually have a picture of a whole other island that would have had the temple on it, and it was a volcano. And there was like these weird rock-looking creatures that almost were like Gorons, but I think maybe they were supposed to be like the descendants of Gorons, even though there is a Goron in Wind Waker. that will like randomly appear at random islands and shit.
Mm-hmm.
So that might I don't. So I know this is where I know you, and I know that you're gonna try to fuck with me because I know that at least half of 2 is true, but I don't know if that means that they were originally going to be instead of the Triforce quests. But I just know that at least 2 dungeons were cut.
Okay.
A piece of hidden dialogue. Legends of the Wind Waker features NPC mentioning the diminished species by name. That might also be true because, like I said, there's so much. There's the shit. Fuck, you're stressing me out, Antonio. The amount of shit that was cut from Wind Waker
that was
is
not
ridiculous.
my intention here, but
the amount of shit that was cut from Wind Waker was ridiculous. There's so much cut content from Wind Waker. So I could totally see that being true. And I feel like with ESRB, I could see them either rating it higher or them complaining about something and rating it lower than the original. Just because I know that ESRB are always the most like factual fucking raters.
Mm-hmm.
This is another one that I will have to gladly take the L on if I do get it, because this one I have no idea, just because there's fucking so much shit with Wind Waker. I'm gonna say 3 is the lie, just because I want it to be the lie.
Okay, you want so in what way do you want it to be the lie? You want it to be like they were rated
because I want it to be true that they mentioned Minish species in Wind Waker.
Oh, I see. So you you want the other 2 to be true, so you want 3 to be the lie. I see. Okay. Well, so you're going with 3. So you're saying that 3 is the lie.
I have no idea, so I'm going to say 3 is the lie. This is one that I'm just going to take the L on if I get the L.
Well, unfortunately, Brennan, number 1 is a lie. That is something that I made up.
That's a good lie.
But I thought it sounded like it could be true.
It could. There was so much shit that was cut from fucking Wind Waker.
So I will say this. I was just looking it up to fact check myself, and there's mixed sources about whether 2 dungeons were cut or 3. But when I was doing the research, it said 2, so that's why I put 2. Like, I didn't try to like mix that up. I thought that it was only 2, but potentially there could have been 3 that were cut. But yeah, that is also like whether no matter there was at least 2 dungeons cut, possibly 3. And then yes, it is true that Wind Waker HD is rated higher. The original version was rated E for everyone. The Wii U version is rated E10 plus. Fun fact.
Okay.
So I don't know why, because apparently it was because like there was like cartoon blood, but there's cartoon blood in the original, I'm pretty sure. So I don't know why. I don't know.
I think the confusion for number 2 might be in the Hyrule Historia, they talk about one of the dungeons that was cut, and so I'm pretty sure that most people say 2 for sure is because we know for sure that the one that was cut that I was talking about that's in the Hyrule Historia, where it shows like a whole other island with a volcano on it, and like you could go up the back of the volcano to like an entrance to the top, which probably would have been like another dungeon.
Yeah.
Which probably got turned into magma, the magma island, where you have to like freeze the lava shooting out of the top to get an item from it.
Yeah.
And then we know for sure obviously that there had to have been a cut. I mean, you have to do a dungeon to get the pearl from the Deku Tree. You have to do a dungeon to get the pearl from what's this fucking dragon's name? From
the dragon.
Islands.
I don't know I know who you're talking about. I don't remember his name though, but yeah.
But and so people were like, after seeing what happened to the island where Jaboon was supposed to be, and how like the whole island was there, it was built, but it just looks like they just destroyed it for no reason. And so I think most people agree that like we were for sure supposed to get that dungeon, and then maybe another dungeon that got turned into the volcano / magma dungeon. But then most people say that like if we had that, what's saying that the ice island also was supposed to be like an ice themed like dungeon, and so that's why people are probably being like, There's two. No, there's three. It's like
Right. Okay.
two for
So
sure,
I
but
think from
probably three.
yeah. So what I'm hearing is that like 2 is like the official confirmed amount, but like people think that 3 could also
That three.
have
That
been
there
3.
could have been a third one.
I
That was
see.
cut.
Okay. So factually though, we know that 2 were definitely
That's
cut.
why I'm really impressed with your live for the first one because
Uh-huh.
I watched so many videos and there's even a big section in Hyrule Historia talking about all the cut content from Wind Waker.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's why I believed one so much, is because I was like, you know what? Out of any game to have that kind of cut content, it would have been fucking Wind Waker
Yeah.
because of
Well,
how much shit.
and I even made sure that like because Minish Cap is like earlier in the timeline and Wind Waker is later, so I made sure that it made sense like logically with the timeline and everything.
I mean,
But, yeah.
there's scrap art of the Minish that were going to be in Breath of the Wild, but that never.
Oh
happened
really?
either.
Oh okay. I did not know that actually. That's cool though. Yeah, I really like the Minish Cap, so I just wanted to make up something revolving around the Minish
I
Cap.
know, and
yeah.
we haven't heard or seen anything from the Minish since the Minish.
Yeah.
The Minish game.
Yeah, they might just keep it to that game. Who knows? But
Honestly, knowing them, maybe. Especially
regardless,
with how things are,
hey, maybe
with how the
though.
story-
Well, they put Minish Cap on NSO, right?
Yes,
On
they
like
did.
the expansion, on like the yeah, I'm pretty sure they did. Yeah, I think that would be cool if we got a remake of that game. That would be awesome.
That would be
But
cool.
but yeah. Anyway, all right. So that was that. So you did not get a point for that one, but we have 3 more. So let's move on to question 8. These are based off of Majora's Mask.
Ooh.
The Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask is the only Zelda game in which you can kill an NPC. Majora's Mask only took a year to develop. The Bremen Mask was almost called the Brennan Mask.
I know that 2 is right because it was like it's like the fastest made. That's all just fucking reused assets from Ocarina of Time.
Mm-hmm.
So I know that was right. Like I feel like I want to say the obvious answer is number 3, of course,
Mm-hmm.
but I actually don't know. I'm trying to think. Game when you can kill an NPC. I'm running through the entire fucking Majora's Mask right now. In my head, trying to figure out. I mean, like... No, because you heal him, he's already dead. Kill an NPC. Maybe can you kill the father in? I think you can kill the father technically in the canyon, or do you just attack him and then his daughter runs in? I can't. Fuck. So I know 2 is right, but fuck, what else could it be? I'm trying to think if you could kill an NPC, because I feel like if any Zelda game could have that as a thing, it would be Majora's Mask.
Mm-hmm.
Just because, like, with how dark Majora's Mask is.
It is quite. I mean, like, I don't know. Maybe it's one of these. Maybe it's one of these guys. You know? Who knows? Who really knows? I know. I don't know why I'm acting like I don't know, because I do know. But what are you going to go with, Brendan? Your choice, Brendan.
Wait. The bomb thief. I think you can kill the bomb thief when he tries to steal the mask.
Okay.
I'm just going to go with the obvious answer and say 3, because I know that Majora's Mask took only a year to develop, and I think you can kill the bomb thief. And he's not an enemy. He's a non-enemy NPC.
Okay, so you're going to go with number 3 as the lie?
Yeah.
All right. Well, you are correct.
Yeah.
Brennan,
Okay.
I am very impressed because I was having a hard time keeping a straight face with that one because, yeah, no, 3 is not true. I wrote that as a joke because I thought it was funny.
Well, I was like, what fucking? I was like, what person can you? What NPC can you kill?
You are absolutely right. It is the bomb thief. That is the NPC because you can shoot his butt bag and kill him.
Yeah.
And I think you might be able to just kill him anyway, but that's definitely a way that you can kill him. But yeah, no, I'm very impressed by that. It was very good. Very good.
I almost said yes anyways because I almost thought there's a side quest in a. It's not even really a side quest. I think you have to do it because it's how you turn on the windmill, not the windmill. I mean the music house. But like a dad got turned into a Gypto, and you heal him, and he gives you the Gypto mask. But I think if you like trick his daughter to leaving the house, you can run inside, and I think you can like people figured out a way to like trap her outside so she can't come in, so you can actually attack the father. But I was like, I actually don't know if it kills him though. I think it still just activates the cutscene.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm not sure about that, but I know for a fact that the bomb thief is the one that you can kill. So,
yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So good job. All right. So moving on to question 9, the penultimate question. These are about Skyward Sword.
Ooh.
The box art for The Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword HD was actually the box art used for the Japanese version of the original game.
Oh, okay.
The gratitude crystals in Skyward Sword are based off of the Star Bits item from Super Mario Galaxy. Skyward Sword had the longest development period of any Zelda game.
Ooh. Okay. I almost want to say 2 is right, just because I mean, like, have you seen the gratitude crystals? They look exactly like the fucking star, the star bits from Skyward Sword. But I actually don't know about the box art though. I don't think Skyward Sword had the longest development period. I'm pretty sure it was released.
I'm going to make a slight change to the wording of one of these, okay?
Okay. 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 Because I feel like the reason you changed that is because I feel like Tears of the Kingdom now holds that title.
Maybe.
Either Tears of the Kingdom or Breath of the Wild. I still don't think it's right though. I still don't think Skyward Sword had the longest development because it came out not super long after the Wii U version of Twilight Princess. I think Ocarina of Time had the original longest development because it was like their first big 3D game. I'm gonna say 2 is right. I have no idea about box art, honestly. Doesn't help that I don't own the box art for HD. I bought it digitally, which I regret now, but it's whatever. I'm gonna say 3 is the lie because I think Ocarina of Time held that record.
Okay.
Before.
Okay.
So if I take another L, that's fine. My Skyward Sword knowledge is definitely not the best.
Which is fair because it's not as like I don't know. Like
I love the game. I love the game for its story, but I still have my problems with the game in general.
Yeah.
And it also does have It still has one of my favorite incarnations of Link. But I don't know. I'm pretty sure that before. I'm pretty sure that either now Breath of the Wild or Tears of the Kingdom holds the record for longest development. Um, but I'm gonna say 3 is a lie.
You're gonna go with 3?
Yeah, I don't think Skyward Sword had longest development. I'm pretty sure it was. Ocarina that had longest
Okay.
development.
All right. Well, Brennan, sorry to say, but you are wrong about that.
Damn.
So yes, it is true that at the time, Skyward Sword had the longest development period at least 4.5 years. Before that, Ocarina of Time had 4 years. So it was true.
Okay.
Like you were like very close in your assumption.
Your mic changed.
Oh.
Your mic changed.
You hear me now?
Speak.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, now
Hello?
you're good. Now you're back to good. Mic.
Sounds good. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes. Yeah, no. The reason, like, I had to check that though. I had to like change the wording though, because yeah, it is true that like Breath of the Wild, I believe, has like held, or maybe Tears of the Kingdom. I think Tears of the Kingdom like now has the record, but yeah, before that, Skyward Sword held the record. I think it was like Skyward Sword and then Breath of the Wild, and then now Tears of the Kingdom holds that record.
I almost just wanted 2 to be right because it's ridiculous with how similar they look.
So the reason why that sounds like it's true is because both the Gratitude Crystals and the Starbits are based off of a popular Japanese candy called Competio.
Fuck. Wait, I knew that.
So
God damn it.
It's not that the crystals were based off of Starbits. It's that they were both based off of the same thing.
Same thing.
So that's the technicality there. And then yes, the box art for The Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword. You may remember that the Wii version has the iconic like gold box art where it has Link in front.
Yeah.
But the Japanese version has like a picture of Giraham and I believe another Afi, I'm pretty sure, on the front. And if you look up the box art for the HD version, it's the same as the Japanese version for the original.
Got it.
So
okay.
yeah. So that is
fuck.
that. But that's okay. I just wanted to I did want to make sure that like I clarified the third one because I did make like a slight mistake there. But nevertheless, that was the penultimate question, but we have one more question. So you have one more chance to get another point. So
Alrighty.
Let's see if you can do that. And this last one is general Zelda knowledge. There's no specific game. It's just general like knowledge about the Zelda franchise. All right, so here we go. Question number 10. The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time was the first main series Zelda game to give Link a voice actor. It is possible to beat The Legend of Zelda for the NES in under 30 minutes.
Yeah.
In The Legend of Zelda The Wind Waker, the noise that the choo-choo enemies make is actually the sound of 2 Japanese men arguing sped up and played in reverse.
What the fuck? I kind of want that to be. I have no idea, but I kind of want that to be true.
It could be.
Was Ocarina of Time the first game that Link had a voice? I'm trying to think of what game came out right before Ocarina of Time. I feel like number 2 could be true. Because people have figured out so much shit that, like, I'm sure they found some way to, like, just, like, completely speedrun through the fucker to beat it within 30 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
But, I mean... I'm gonna go ahead and say that the number 2 is true because, like I said, I feel like people have figured out some way to figure that out. What game? I really, I really want to look up what game came out before Ocarina of Time.
Okay. Wait, you want to look up what games came out before Ocarina of Time?
Yeah, what game came out right before Ocarina of Time?
Okay. Well, I will
Can I?
not. I don't think I will allow you to do that, but
Damn it! Because I don't think any of the 2D games he had a voice. I know that in later 2D games he made noises. I really want 3 to be true. It's between 1 and 3. So I'm at a 50-50 here. Main series game to get voice actor. Fuck. You definitely picked some good ones to.
this is the last one. I had to go hard for the last one.
You had to go hard for the last one.
You look suspiciously like you're looking up something, but
No, I'm looking at my TV.
oh, okay. Pondering your TV.
Yeah, which
You're like,
don't worry, there's nothing on my fucking TV. It's fucking YouTube.
okay, you know I'm a skeptic, so what can I say? No, I'm kidding.
And cans everywhere. I can throw the cans all over my desk.
This is a tough one, but I think you can do it.
This is a fucking tough one. You did good on this one. I mean, I'm like tempted to go with 1 as like the lie, just because I want 3 to be wrong again. I mean, 3 to be.
You
true.
want 3 to be true? Mm.
Just because I think that'd be funny.
Mm-hmm.
But did Link fucking talk before Green? Fuck.
This is tricky.
No, wait, shit.
This is tricky.
No, 3 is the lie. He had a voice actor for Link's Adventure.
Okay. So you're saying that 1 is the lie then?
Oh wait, so then yeah, 1 would be the lie because he had a voice actor for Link's Adventure.
What game is that?
Zelda 2.
Oh, okay.
I don't remember. Fuck yeah, I'm gonna say 1's the lie, and that Ocarina of Time was not the first main series Zelda game. That gave Link a voice actor. I'm pretty sure he had a voice actor in Link's Adventure.
Okay. So you're gonna go with number 1?
Yeah, I'm gonna say that's the lie.
All right, Brennan. Well, you are correct.
Wrong. Oh, let's go.
Number 1 is the lie, but not necessarily for the reason that you think.
Oh, really?
So as far as I know, I don't think they gave Link a voice actor in Zelda 2. But yes, there was one Zelda game that had voice acting before Ocarina of Time, and there was a port, a 16-bit port of the original Legend of Zelda released on the Satellaview, which was a Japanese-only console that was radio broadcasted games. And they remade the original Zelda game and gave Link a voice actor in that game, and that came out before Ocarina of Time.
I did not know that.
Yeah, that is the technicality. But yes, the other 2 are true. Yeah, the third one is true. In fact, you can fact check me on that. The third one is indeed true.
Great.
So yeah, that is.
I did not know that.
I was quite amused by that. By learning that. But yeah, all right. So that's the game. So Brennan, thank you so much for playing. You got 6 points in that.
That's
So
not bad.
you are net positive. Yeah, no, you got 6 out of 10 right. So that's pretty good for this type of game. So very good, Brennan. That was a lot of Zelda knowledge, a lot of Zelda facts that you had to sift through, and you did good. So I'm very proud of you, and I'm glad that I'm glad this game. I feel like this game was a good, healthy balance between fair questions and hard questions.
Oh, absolutely.
And
There was
so
some things that were definitely challenging, but it was fun altogether.
yeah, and you still picked it apart, and you went detective. You thought about it. So I'm very happy about that. But yeah, so Brendan, what'd you think about that?
That was fucking great. That was a blast.
We had to go all out for your 100th episode, so
That was a blast.
yeah, I'm really glad that you liked it, and hope to see you in the next 100 episodes.
Well, I'm sure you will.
Yeah,
Not getting it yet.
yeah, we'll see how far we go with Chit Chats. Who knows? Maybe we'll go. Maybe who really knows? Who can really say? But regardless, Brendan, you will be with me for the whole way because you are contractually binded. So
Yes.
this is your fate. No.
Signed the blood contract, and now here I am.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And that's that. But Brendan, thank you for being here. This was fun, and thank you all for watching. I hope anyone out there, Donovan, if you're watching, I hope that you played along and maybe expanded your Zelda knowledge a little bit, because I have a feeling if anyone else would want to do something like this, I feel like it would be Donovan.
Yeah.
But I had to have you on, Brendan, for this sort of game. So yeah, so that's that. And with that, we will see you guys in the next episode of Chit Chats. Peace.
Peace.
Welcome back to Chit Chats, everybody. My name is Antonio.
And I'm Donovan. And let's have a chit chat.
There we go. We didn't discuss who was going to say it, but I'm glad you just assumed that you would say it because that's what I would have wanted anyway. So, yeah.
Dude, I was watching that compilation you put up of all the times we've said, let's have a chit chat.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And some of the time I don't even say it. I say, we're going to do a chit chat or something like that.
Or welcome to Chit Chats. Or
welcome to Chit Chats.
Or Chit Chat.
So we're establishing it now. The
Yeah.
canon is let's have a chit chat.
Yes. 130 something episodes in, now we're establishing it.
Now we're establishing it.
Yeah. I'm glad we could come to that conclusion. All right. So, yeah. Donovan, I'm very excited for today's episode. We're doing a solo one, just the two of us here. I have prepared a quiz for you, only you. And I've done an episode like this recently with Brennan, but that, as of the day that we're recording this, has not gone up yet, so I don't think you would know what it was. But basically, kind of a little backstory about me and Donovan's friendship is, when Donovan's one of my earliest friends, if not my earliest friend. And one of the things that Donovan introduced me to was the world of Nintendo games, in a sense. I was aware of Nintendo before Donovan, but he really introduced me. He showed me his DS. That made me want to get a DS. I'm sure you remember that, Donovan. I mean, you better remember that. It's like a core part of our DNA, our friendship's DNA. But yeah, and you kind of made me like the Nintendo fan I am today, in a sense, or you're one of the reasons for it. So, yeah, and
you can credit me for everything.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you basically were like a founding member of Nintendo, essentially. In my head,
right up there with Shiggy,
Miyamoto. Yeah, for sure.
We're on a first name basis.
Yeah, definitely. But so I, in my head, I've always kind of considered you would you say you're a Nintendo fan? Would you say that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Yeah. And specifically,
a lot of their games.
Specifically, how would you say you're a Mario fan?
Yes.
Yeah. Pretty big Mario fan.
Yeah, I think I've played all of the mainline Mario games, except for I didn't beat Sunshine. I played it.
I think a lot of people haven't beat Sunshine. I haven't beat Sunshine, so no shame in that necessarily. But
are we doing a Mario quiz? Is that what this is?
So yeah, I mean, I guess I kind kind of gave it away, but I was just trying to build up. But yeah, if you would turn your direction to the screen here,
Dude, Mario fun.
we are doing Two Truths, One Lie,
Oh Lord.
Super Mario Edition. So
All right.
I didn't mean to have this in the title. I actually
Two
meant to get
truths
rid
and a
of
lie.
this, but yeah. So this is how this is gonna work, Donovan.
Okay.
You may know the concept of the game Two Truths, One Lie. Essentially,
Yeah.
I am going to present to you 3 statements regarding the Mario franchise, and 2 of them are going to be factual, true things about Mario, and the other one is going to be a lie, and you have to tell me what the lie is. And if you tell me correctly, I will give you a point.
Oh
And
man.
we're gonna
All
see.
right.
We're gonna test you. Really give your Mario knowledge a test here. Okay.
Oh, I think I can do this. Like,
I-
you don't understand. I used to spend like literally hours just like watching like Did You Know gaming videos.
Yes.
And like going through the Mario wiki in like middle school. Like,
No,
that was my middle school.
I figured that. And I know that you did, because like sometimes you will just like surprise me with just like a very obscure like Mario fact that you know, and I'm gonna be like, holy shit. Yeah. So that being said, I tried to make this challenging. I tried to make this like, given my knowledge of your knowledge of Mario, I tried to make this a little challenging, like get out some like really obscure facts about Mario. So we're gonna see how well you do with this.
All right.
Yeah, I mean,
All right. The hair is going up.
the hair's going up. All right, that's how you know things are getting serious. So
Things are getting real right now.
let's do this. All right, question 1. Or I guess I call them questions, but it's you get it. It's statements. Yeah. Anyway, okay.
I get it. Yeah.
Number 1. The character of Mario was originally named after Nintendo of America's landlord Mario Segale. Super Mario Bros. 3 for the NES was the last appearance of the Hammer Suit power-up. New Super Mario Bros. Wii was the first game in which Mario would remove his hat after reaching 99 lives.
Oh man.
I should mention
Okay.
each of these rounds, so there's going to be 10 rounds in total. Each of these rounds has a theme, like revolving like certain parts of Mario's history. The theme for this round is just general Mario trivia. So this is not any specific theme for this one. But yeah, so one of these is a lie. So you have to tell me which one of these is the lie.
Okay, so for number 1, I'm pretty sure that that's true. I'm pretty sure I've heard that before. And I think the origin of his name is debated, but I'm pretty sure that's like the leading theory. Because he was originally called Jumpman. And then, yeah, I think Nintendo of America. I'm pretty sure I've heard that before. For the second one, man, I can't remember if the Hammer Suit ever reappeared. I mean, like, we're not counting like Super Mario Advance. Is that Super Mario Advance 3?
I mean, I'm not discounting that
You're not discounting
necessarily. No,
that. Oh, okay.
I just said
Well,
the last
then-
appearance.
The last appearance. Well, okay, hold up. I don't remember you losing your hat after getting 99 lives in New Super Mario Bros. Wii. Is that real? Is that a real thing? I feel like I would
don't
remember that because I used to play that game so much as a kid. Like we would play it so much.
We played it, yeah.
Yeah.
We did like Let's Plays on our 3DSs of it.
We
Yeah.
we would.
But I don't know if we ever-
We would put a box on the floor. We'd like stack a couple boxes
Yeah.
and then like
Yeah.
put our 3DSs on it and just record us playing it.
Yes, I will. I want to try to leak those videos one day, or I want to do like a Chit Chats where we watch them or something.
We should. We
Yeah.
should. Be so
But-
our squeaky ass voices.
Our squeaky ass voices, yeah. I do, I don't think we ever really like reached the 99 lives when we ever played, so I don't know if like we would know that from that experience, but
I feel like I probably did at some point just because I played the game so much, but I honestly don't remember that happening. So I'm gonna go with number 2 because I know that the Hammer Suit was also in the remake on the Game Boy Advance.
okay, so you're gonna say number 2 is the lie?
I think that's the lie.
Okay, well, you would be correct about that.
Yeah.
Yes, I did try.
Was that correct? That's the game.
Yeah, I did try to dupe you a little bit because that's essentially that's the caveat is like, yeah, the last appearance technically was the re-release of Super Mario Bros. 3, Super Mario Advance
Okay.
4. So I tried to be a little tricky with that, but I promise you not all of these are going to be like that technical. Some of them might be, but regardless, you got it right.
Okay.
So good job on that. That is 1 point for you.
Yeah. Now I want to. I'm gonna have to Google that third one, the taking off your hat.
That is true. No, it is.
I believe you.
No, it definitely is true. Like I did extensive research for this quiz. So I mean, maybe I got something wrong. I hope I didn't, because like that would be embarrassing. But as far as I am concerned,
some Mario expert has even more knowledge than me.
I cross-referenced a bunch of stuff, because I would see like facts on certain websites, and then I'd be like, I don't know if that's true, and then I would go on a different website to like confirm, like, oh no, that is true. So yeah, so hopefully, probably all of these are accurate. But yeah,
no shit. Yeah, I'm looking at it right now. He totally does. Crazy.
No, and I did remember that does happen in that game. I'm pretty sure it also happens in like New Super Mario Bros. 2 and New Super Mario Bros. U. But Wii was the first game that it happened. But anyway, all right, moving on to question 2. These are specifically relating to the original 2D Mario trilogy on NES. So anything relating to New Super Mario Bros. 1, Super Mario Bros. 2, or Super Mario Bros. 3. To advertise the game prior to its release in the US, Super Mario Bros. 3 was featured prominently in the movie Little Monsters. Super Mario Bros. For the NES was originally planned to be a side-scrolling shooter. Audio of the Item Get jingle from The Legend of Zelda exists in the Game Boy Advance port of Super Mario Bros. 2.
These are so fucking obscure, dude.
I told you I went obscure. Like I didn't cheap out really on the facts.
So
like
for Brennan, did you do Zelda? I'm guessing you did.
I did do Zelda for Brennan. Yes.
Okay.
I had to do Zelda for Brennan.
There's no way you would have made up number 1. Number 1 has to be true, even though I've never heard that. Number 2, which is I can believe that it was planned to be a side-scrolling shooter. I don't know much about like the original development of the original Super Mario Bros. To be completely honest, but like
it is a very old game.
Yeah,
but
I guess I could believe that. But I could also see you making that up. Can I ask, like, did you made these up, like the ones that are untrue?
Yes, the ones that are untrue, okay. I made them up potentially based off of things that are actually true. I mean, like, because the last one was false, but it is based off of the fact that Super Mario Bros. 3, the advanced port of Super Mario Bros. 3, it was the last appearance of it. Like, you know what I mean? So it was very technical there, but yeah.
Is the item get? Is that the do?
That's like yes. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And I should be clear. I mean, it exists in the code specifically. Yes.
Yeah. Right. I don't know, man. This one is hard. I feel like I'm gonna go with 2 because I feel like you could have made that up, but like the third and the first one are just too specific for me not to believe them. Not to like. I feel like you just didn't make those up. I don't know. I could be wrong. I might be wrong. I'm not super confident in my answer here, but I'm gonna go with number 2.
So you're gonna go with number 2. Okay, so you're gonna hate me here because it's number 1.
What?
And the reason why it's number 1 is because they did advertise the game in a movie, but it was not called Little Monsters. It was called The Wizard.
I know about The Wizard. And that's the one where he has the glove?
Yes.
The power glove?
Yes.
Yeah.
And that's where, so I thought that you would know that. And so that's why I thought that you would know that one was the lie, because it's not called Little Monsters. But that's another one where
did you just come?
I just looked up. No, I looked up family movies from 1989, and I just picked a random one.
Little Monsters.
Yeah, so that's a real movie, but that's not the movie that they did it in. But yeah, no, Super Mario Bros. Was originally planned to be a side-scrolling shooter, but they dropped the shooter aspect, obviously. And then they in the code of Super Mario Advance 1, I believe, they have the item get jingle. Okay. But yeah. All right, so no point for you there, but you still you have a lot more chances, so don't lose hope.
Okay.
I believe this round 3 is based off of Super Mario 64. So here we go. Super Mario 64 is the 64th Mario game released, counting spin-offs, re-releases, and Japanese-only titles. Super Mario 64 was the last Mario game directed by Shigeru Miyamoto. Nintendo rehired the original voice actress for Peach to re-record lines for Super Mario 64 DS, who had been replaced since the original game's launch. Uh-oh.
Or that was my end or your end, but you just froze on my end. So
You also froze on my end. It might be my end because that happened when we were recording with Michael prior to this. So I apologize for that. But I don't know if you heard me read all of them.
I did not.
You did not hear me read?
You have to go over it again.
I will read them again. Okay. Super Mario 64 is the 64th Mario game released, counting spin-offs, re-releases, and Japanese-only titles. Super Mario 64 was the last Mario game directed by Shigeru Miyamoto. Nintendo rehired the original voice actress for Peach to re-record lines for Super Mario 64 DS, who had been replaced since the original game's launch. So feel free to read them, make sure you understand what they're each saying. But
I'm really thinking hard about this one. So for the first one, I feel like there's no way that's true. That it was called Super Mario 64 because it was on the Nintendo 64, which was a 64-bit console. That's the reason why it's called that.
Okay.
So it's not one. If it's one, I'm going to freak out because I feel like if it was number one, I feel like that'd be common knowledge. Okay, so for number two, I guess I could see that. I don't even know if he directed it though. I mean, I guess maybe. But did he direct the other ones? Did he direct Sunshine? I have no idea. I don't really pay attention to the credits, to be honest. I don't I know that there was another guy. What's his name? I don't know, but a different guy who's he's kind of the face of. He kind of took over for Iwata, in the directs. He kind of became the director of all the Mario.
I don't know his
who
name, but
right?
I've seen
I'm gonna say Fujibayashi, but I think it's a different guy. I think Fujibayashi does Zelda stuff. Number 3, Nintendo rehired the original voice actor. Okay, number 3. I'm really searching the data banks in my brain because I feel like
trying to remember what she sounded like in that game.
Yeah, because she says, "Dear Mario, please come to the castle. I baked a cake for you. Yours truly, Princess Toadstool Peach." Yeah. I think it's the same voice line though, as in the 64 version. I think
you think they just reused the
I think
original
they
recording?
Did.
Okay. I mean, I didn't necessarily say that specific line was re-recorded. I just said that they rehired her to record lines in general.
I played the DS version. I've never played the 64 version before. Mm-hmm. I assume
you haven't even played it on
the 64 version.
Well, I played it on Super Mario 3D All Stars.
Oh well, I played it. I just didn't beat it.
Yeah, I didn't beat it either. I haven't beat the DS port either, but I've played both of them.
Really? You've never beat it?
No, I never did. I've gotten pretty far, but I've never just sat down and beat it all. I will one day, I swear, but
you have to.
Yeah, I know. That's like a must beat.
Yeah, just like how I have to sit down and finish Sunshine at some point.
Do you though? I mean, I don't know if I'd agree with that.
I don't know. When I was playing it was kind of pissing me off.
Yeah, I was playing it. I tried it a little bit too, and I was like, I'm just not into this. I just I don't know. I'm not having as much fun.
It's weird because it's a 3D Mario game, and
it's a pretty polarizing 3D Mario game though. I don't think anyone would deny that. Yeah. And there's a reason for that, but
honestly, man, I like 3D lands more than I like Sunshine.
No, I think I'm down with that opinion.
Are you in that boat too?
I love 3D Land. I love 3D Land a lot. So I don't know.
Dude, every Nintendo YouTuber would be at our throats right now.
No, I don't agree. I think Peanut Butter Gamer would agree with us.
Peanut Butter Gamer.
Yeah.
Oh man,
I think,
we
you know,
watched Hella Peanut Butter Gamer in middle school.
Yeah, I commend them for trying something new with Sunshine. It just didn't really work, you know, and that's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like how we're not even talking.
We're not even talking about the game anymore. We're just talking about Mario in general. Yeah. But yeah,
I think I'm gonna go with number 2 because there's no way it's number 1. And in my memory, they reuse the same voice line for Peach in the DS port. I'm gonna go with number 2.
You're saying that number 2 is the lie.
Yeah.
Okay, you were very skeptical of number. You were very skeptical of number 1, but you changed your mind about that one. You think?
Oh no. Yeah. Oh, I am going with number 1. You're right.
Okay, you're going with number 1. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, you're correct.
Yeah.
It is not. Right. It is not the 64th game.
Wow. So 64 was the last Mario game directed.
It was the last one directed. He obviously had like a part in like producing like further games, but that was the last one that was like solely directed by Miyamoto. Yeah.
Interesting.
And then they did rehire the original voice actors for Peach, for the DS port, but I didn't know that. You could have told me otherwise, and I would have believed you because they sound exactly the same.
Did they rehire her?
Yeah, they rehired. Yeah, like
they did.
Yeah, because they replaced her because like you know her like Peach's like common voice is like a lot higher pitched now, but like they rehired like the old voice actress for the DS port.
Yeah, in 64 she literally just like it's not even an accent, it's just like a middle-aged woman doing her voice.
It's very deep. Okay. All right, so you got a point. Moving on to question 4. These are about everyone's favorite Mario game, Super Mario Sunshine.
Oh no. Oh no.
So here we go. Early builds of Super Mario Sunshine revealed to the public ran at 60 frames per second. Prior to the release of Super Mario 3D All-Stars, Super Mario Sunshine was originally intended to get an HD remake for Switch. Super Mario Sunshine was in development for a shorter period of time than Super Mario 64.
It's 2. 2 is the lie.
2 is the lie?
There's no way that's true.
Sure?
Okay, hold up. Let me look at the other ones really closely. Early builds, I don't know, but I can believe it. Super Mario Sunshine was in development for a shorter period of time than Super Mario 64. That I don't know how long the development times of these games was, to be honest. Wow, this is really obscure knowledge. I feel like 64 must have taken longer. Yeah, just because it was like the first 3D game.
Did you really think I was gonna be like, Bowser Jr. was first in Super Mario Sunshine? Like that was gonna be like the facts, like the level of facts that I was gonna do?
No, I didn't. I expected them to be between that and this.
Nope.
This is like even more obscure than Did You Know Gaming.
I went hard. I did not just watch Did You Know Gaming and then like copy paste. Like I could have done that, but I did not do that.
No shit.
But so what do you think?
There must have been a website or something that you got all these from.
There was a couple websites that I looked at, but
okay, I respect the hustle. This is fun. I'm gonna go with 2 just because I haven't heard that, and like I keep up with like Nintendo news and like knowledge and shit, like, and that was during the Switch era, so I feel like people would have been talking about that, or like people would have known that. So I'm gonna go with 2.
Okay.
I'm going with 2.
All right. Well, you are correct.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. That one, I guess that one in retrospect, that
one was easy.
I thought maybe like I could be like, oh well, but in like a interview with a developer, like they said that, but like I think you're right though. I think if that was the case,
Nintendo does not let their developers do interviews. Are you kidding me?
I feel like they do sometimes, but like
sometimes they like gotta keep their lips zipped though.
Yeah, they can't. I feel like they can only really talk about games that are already out, if anything.
Yeah. They will literally, like, the Nintendo ninjas will come to their house and execute them if they say too much.
Yeah. Well, all right, you got that one right. Let's move on to number 5. I think these have to do with the new Super Mario Bros. Series. I'm pretty sure that's what these are. All right. Oh, nope. These are about Mario RPGs.
No.
These are about Mario
Okay.
RPGs in general. Okay.
Cool.
Super Mario RPG was the first game in the Mario series in which Bowser is an ally to Mario. It is possible to play Mario and Luigi Superstar Saga through 2-player co-op. Paper Mario 64 was the last N64 game published by Nintendo.
Okay. I'm gonna start with 3 and go up. I'm pretty sure that that's true. I know that Paper Mario came out very late in the N64's life cycle. I don't know if it was the last one, but I know it. Yeah. Well, I'm gonna say that's true. Pretty sure that number 1 is also true because I can't think of another game where Bowser would have been an ally. Yeah.
But was it the first
Okay,
game? Was it the first game?
Yeah. Well, I'm thinking of like Mario games that came before Super Mario RPG, and I can't think of anywhere he was an ally. So yeah, okay, I'm gonna go with number 2 because I highly doubt that that's possible. Because I don't even know how that would work. Like if that was true, there's no way that's true. I'm going with number 2.
They're going with number 2.
Yeah.
Well, Donovan, it is number 3.
What? Really?
So I'll explain to you. So
No way.
So, yeah, just to clear it up. So, Paper Mario 64 was not the last N64 game published by Nintendo. That would be Dr. Mario 64.
Oh my god.
They came out the same year, but Dr. Mario came out later.
Okay.
So, I did not know this about the game, but I looked it up, and essentially, if you put Mario and Luigi Superstar Saga in the Game Boy Player and then connect 2 GameCube controllers to your GameCube, the second player will control Luigi, and the first player will control Mario. And you can do that. Yeah, you can do that in that game for the Game Boy Advance.
But like the movement of the characters, do they still move together?
I think like the player 1 would control them in the overworld, but in battles, like the second player would basically be in control of the B button, and the first player would be in control of the A button.
I had no idea.
Yeah,
that's interesting.
Mm-hmm. I thought that was neat. That's very obscure though. Like I would have never even thought about that. But yeah,
I wonder if anybody did that.
I don't know, but I saw it. I saw multiple sources like saying that. So and I believe it. Like
Cool.
I would believe that that's true. But anyway, all right. So we're halfway
that sounds
through.
That almost sounds like a Waluigi was playable in Super Mario 64 DS type of thing.
Yeah.
Like a playground.
Like a playground river. No, but I mean but like this. I mean like you can believe this one though. Like this is. I don't feel like this is like that unbelievable. But
yeah, no, dude. I remember like when I was like 5 or 6 or whatever, and I beat Super Mario 64 DS, and I was like, there has to be a way to get Waluigi. Like, I refused to believe that he wasn't in the game because I was like, they put Mario, Luigi, and Wario in it. How could they not have Waluigi? And so I remember like forcing my dad to like help me on the internet, like look up how to get Waluigi, and he was like, "I don't think you can, buddy." And
you're like, "No, Dad, you don't understand. He
like,
has to be
a way. And there was this post on like I don't even remember, it was on like 4chan or something.
Yeah,
that actually like was a pretty popular post. Like it was going around for sure. Like because I've seen like other people that have fallen for this before, and it was like all these elaborate steps to unlock Waluigi, and like basically it was just to like waste your time because if you do all of it, it does nothing. But I followed those steps and it didn't work, and I was like, what the heck?
It's like stuff like collect every coin in every level or something like bullshit like that. Yeah.
I don't remember what it was, but
yeah, no, people will try to like they're just trolls, they're just trying to be trolls, but we're grown up now. We see right through that shit. So maybe. Yeah. Anyway, all right, so that was question 5. We are halfway through it. You currently have 3 points. But we have 5 more to go. So let's see how well you can do.
Okay.
So these are specifically relating to New Super Mario Bros. The New Super Mario Bros. Series. New Super Mario Bros. 2 was the first retail 3DS game to release digitally on the same day it was released in stores. New Super Mario Bros. U was the first Mario platformer released as a launch title for a new Nintendo console since Super Mario 64 for the N64. New Super Mario Bros. Wii was re-released via the Wii U Virtual Console in Japan, but not in North America. There's a lot to unpack here.
For number 2, number 1 is true. I know that that's true. Number 2, are we counting like handhelds?
I just said new Nintendo console.
Okay, I'm going to assume that that counts handhelds. So after the N64 was the Game Boy Color? No, Game Boy Color came out before the N64. So it was Game Boy Advance, which I don't. Oh man, and this is hard. I don't know. I don't know what the Game Boy Advance's launch titles were. The GameCube did not have Sunshine on launch. That came after. Luigi's Mansion was the launch title for that. For the DS,
and we wonder why the GameCube didn't do well. No,
I think 64 DS came out as a launch title. Man, but I don't know. I honestly don't know. For the Wii, Galaxy came after. Man, okay. And for the 3DS, there was no 3D Mario platformer at launch. Okay. I don't know about 2 yet. I don't know about 2. Number 3, I completely was not paying attention when you read it because I was thinking about number 2. New Super Mario Bros. Wii was re-released via the Wii U Virtual Console in Japan, but not in North America. Why am I drawing a blank here? I used to go and especially as the U eShop was closing earlier this year.
Yeah,
I would go on it a lot just to see all the stuff that was leaving to see if I wanted to get any of it before it went down.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like I should remember this one.
But I mean, you already have New Super Mario Bros. Wii, so why would you?
Yeah, so I'd probably just, if it was there, I probably glazed over it. I don't think it was though. I don't think it was re-released via the Virtual Console in North America. I think that's accurate. So I guess I'm going to go with number 2 because I feel like the Game Boy Advance must have had a Mario platformer at launch, and I'm pretty confident that 64 DS came out as a launch title, and that would count for the DS. So I'm going to go with number 2.
Okay, so you're saying number 2 is the lie.
Yeah.
Are you sure?
No, but I'm going to go with it anyways.
Okay, you're correct.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
So the Game Boy Advance had Super Mario Advance on launch, and the DS had Super Mario 64 DS. So, yeah, you were right about that.
I was right.
And yeah, the other 2 are true, and yeah, that's true facts. So yeah.
Okay, that one was hard. I really had to think about that one.
I thought I was going to dupe you because technically that's true for home consoles. If I specifically said home Nintendo console, then that would be true. But yeah. I was hoping that you would not even think about that. But obviously, you did. You saw right through it.
I got it. I saw right through it.
Yeah, you did. All right, so I'll give you the point for that one.
My extensive knowledge of the Wii U Virtual Console eShop.
Yeah. Who doesn't have extensive knowledge of the Wii U Virtual Console eShop? I feel like everyone does.
Every Wii U fan.
Every Wii U fan. So what? Like 5 people? No.
Like us and a couple others.
Yeah. All right, moving on to question 7. These have to do with the Mario Kart series. Okay. So here we go.
I feel like I know a lot about Mario Kart. So
yeah, well, we'll see. Electrodome from Mario Kart 8 is the only racetrack in the Mario Kart series to have a one-word title. The Fire Flower was a planned item for Mario Kart DS but was scrapped during development. Instead of Diddy Kong, Donkey Kong Jr. was originally intended to be Donkey Kong's racing partner in Mario Kart Double Dash.
Okay. Oh man, number one. That's a doozy.
Can you think of all of the 200 Mario Kart tracks? Yeah, and go through them.
I feel like all of them are like at least 2 words. I think I'm gonna guess that that's true. Plus, I don't think you would have come up with that, so I think that's true.
Okay.
Okay. You said okay. I don't know how to interpret your okay.
Okay. I'm trying to say as little as possible here because I don't want to give you any hints of what it could be, but yeah, I'm giving very little. I'm letting you do most of the talking here.
Wall right now.
Yeah.
The Fire Flower was a planned item for Mario Kart DS, but was scrapped during development. I feel like I've heard in a video that that's true. Like, I'll put on like sometimes to sleep. Like I'll just put on like a stupid like fact video.
Dude, I do that too. They literally have on Digino Gaming. They literally have like Mario facts to fall asleep to.
I've seen that. I've seen that.
Yeah.
I don't think I've used those yet, but tonight you know what's going on.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like I've heard number 2 before. I mean, it eventually came in Mario Kart 7, so that makes sense that it would have been considered beforehand because the Fire Flower is like such a staple power up in Mario games. And for number 3, oh man, that's so plausible.
Is it though?
I feel like
is it really plausible? No.
Shut the fuck up. You're confusing my brain right now. Donkey Kong Jr. I feel like they had already thrown him in the trash by that point. Like Donkey Kong Jr. was irrelevant as soon as Diddy Kong showed up in Donkey Kong Country. I feel like. Did they even use him after that? I don't even think they did. I can't recall. Oh no, they used him in Mario Tennis.
And in Mario Kart Tour, they had an 8-bit sprite.
Yes, I was thinking of that too, but like, fuck you. Fuck that. That's stupid.
What? Everyone knows that.
You're making me angry right now, dude. You're making me angry.
I'm pissed. Am I pissing you off? This is why I should just stay quiet. I should just
is true.
I should just let you battle it out in your head.
Yeah. No, this really is a brain battle. I'm gonna have to do a what was the thing from Jimmy Neutron? It's like the
brain blast.
Brain blast.
Like
yeah. Like summoning in the library, the depths of my brain.
Yeah.
To see if I
can see the gears turning right now. Yeah.
Yeah. Electrodome. So number 1 is true. Number 2, I think is true, and I'm gonna say number 3 is false because I don't think you've had a false for number 3 either.
Oh, so you're going off of the numbers. Interesting.
Well, not really. It just like adds to my to my confidence because I don't think you've chosen number 3 for a lie yet.
Okay. Yeah. So you're gonna go with number 3?
I'm gonna go with number 3.
All right. Well,
I'm gonna go with number 3.
It is number 2.
What?
Number 2 is a lie.
No.
The Fire Flower was never planned for Mario Kart DS. In the code of Mario Kart Double Dash, there was an early release screenshot of the game that had Donkey Kong Jr. in place of Diddy Kong, but they changed it.
Wait, really?
Yeah. It's very fuzzy. Okay. The one that I found was very fuzzy, but
can you pull up on your screen? Can you pull up a picture of this?
Yeah. I would love to actually. I would love to. Mario Kart Double Dash.
It's not that I don't believe you. I'm just curious, you know.
Donkey
for the data banks up here.
Junior Yeah, you can see it right
What?
there. That's
That is so goofy looking.
yeah, and if you, I think it might be on this page. No. Yeah,
God.
this is the one I found. Yeah, that's real.
That's really funny.
I know. Yeah.
So he just looks like a little tiny Donkey Kong.
I know. I mean, like, I'm kind of shocked that they ever, because at that point, Diddy Kong was like a prominent character. So why would they ever think that Donkey Kong Jr. would be more plausible? I don't get it, but whatever.
I think because Nintendo thought that like Diddy Kong was like a rare thing.
Yeah, that's true.
But
That's true.
But like Donkey Kong Jr. is like a Nintendo thing.
But they fully
If
embraced.
you don't know what we're talking about right now, I don't blame you.
Yeah. No, everyone knows this. What are you talking about? It's common knowledge. It's common knowledge. Okay. So, yeah. So, no point for you for that, Dom, and I apologize. But let's move on to number 8. These have to do with, I believe, your favorite Mario game series or Mario game in general, Super Mario Galaxy. So, you should get this one.
So
there's a lot of pressure. The pressure's on.
Yeah.
All right.
No.
Yeah. All right. Here we go. Pikmin were originally planned to make cameo appearances in Super Mario Galaxy 2. Prior to its release, it was believed that Super Mario Galaxy was rated M for mature. The Ice Flower power-up made its first appearance in the first Super Mario Galaxy game.
Okay.
This is going to be... I think this is a hard one. Personally, I think this is
This is a hard one. Okay. I think number 3 is true. Pretty sure that's true. I can't think of a Mario game before that had it. I know it was featured even more prominently in Super Mario Bros. Wii that came after Super Mario Galaxy, but I'm pretty sure the Ice Flower made its first appearance in Super Mario Galaxy. It's even on the back of the box. I'm like, hold up.
Oh shit! Wait. This is cheating. This is cheating. Hold on.
This is
Hold on.
not cheating.
I
Come
don't
on,
know.
man.
I don't know about this. I don't know. This is a gray area.
Is it? What do you think it's going to say?
You know what? Go.
The first appearance of the Ice Flower.
You know what? Go ahead. No. Get it. Go ahead. Get your dumb.
All right, I got
get your
it.
dumb
I got it
Mario
right
Galaxy game.
I got it right here.
If it makes you feel better.
Oh wait, this is Super Mario Galaxy 2. Oops.
Wow.
Super Mario Galaxy. Fake fan.
Yeah.
It says.
Show the camera. Show the camera.
I'm actually stupid. It only has the Fire Flower and the Boo Mario and the Bee Mario.
Yeah.
So it doesn't have the Ice Flower, although I know it is in the game.
So it didn't even help you. It didn't even help
Melty Molten Galaxy, I think. Or yeah, pretty sure. That is how?
What?
How could it be believed that Super Mario Galaxy was rated M for mature? You made that shit up.
Maybe they were trying to find a new audience for Mario. You know what I mean?
Mario
a smaller audience.
Dude, I'd play that game if Mario had a gun and was like just GTA but Mario.
Yeah, that would be awesome. I think that would. I think that would really put Mario back on the map. Mario's kind of fallen off. Mario's kind of fallen off nowadays. You know what I mean? Like he's kind of like he's not as big as he used to be.
True.
It's like not.
They gotta revive it somehow. Yeah. That reminds me of like that video is like Yoshi says fuck. That's what that reminds me of.
And it's like made in like Windows Movie Maker.
Yeah, and it's got like the dubstep music.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure it's like do 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 do. It's like what does the fox say playing over it or something?
Yeah, something like that. It's like
yeah.
It's like,
I should have made that one. I should have made that one of the facts. Yoshi says fuck in Super Mario.
Yeah. No, I'm pretty sure it's like Paralyzer.
Oh, you could be right. Something. Yeah, that's another really popular like Windows Movie Maker song. But yeah. Which one of these
we
is
should
the
have
lie?
A Windows Movie Maker question quiz.
Yeah. Yeah, should we? Do you think there's enough material for that? Yeah.
I think so.
You should make that. You should make that slideshow.
For you?
Yeah.
I'd make a quiz for you.
A little change of pace. Quiz? No, yeah, because I mean, I love making these quizzes for people, but it would be fun to have someone make one for me. I'd be down.
Dude, if I have time, I'll do it.
I mean, I will be honest with you. This only took me like a day to make, like a couple hours.
This took me 24 hours.
It didn't take me 24 hours, but it took me like an afternoon. It took me like an afternoon to do it.
Got it.
Yeah.
Okay, this sounds fun enough. Okay, number 1, Pikmin were originally planned to make a cameo appearance. I think I've heard that one before. I think that's true because there's like these patches of grass. Wait, maybe that was Mario Galaxy 1 because I feel like I've seen like there was an original build for Super Mario Galaxy, which I think was like an E3 demo, and they had like this planet in it that does not appear in the final game. And I remember, I'm pretty sure there's like these patches of grass where like if you run in them, like Pikmin will like pop up out of the grass.
Okay.
But that I'm pretty sure that was that was a demo for Super Mario Galaxy 1, not Galaxy 2.
Do you really think I would be that technical? And
yes,
be like...
I do. You were like not even 20 minutes ago.
Come on, man. Have some faith in me here.
I have such a hard time believing number 2, though. I don't know how that could be true.
It's a pretty raunchy game.
Rosalina's storybook is pretty sad.
It's
but
pretty.
Like,
it's pretty sexy. It's pretty.
Yeah, true.
It's pretty raunchy.
Pretty raunchy. I want to go with number 1 because I think it was Super Mario Galaxy 1, and I think that you are being that technical about it. But at the same time, I don't know how number 2 could be true. And so, eeny, meeny, miny, mo, catch a tiger by the toe. If he hollers, let him go. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. My mom said to pick the very best one, and you are it. Okay, I'm going with number 1.
Okay, wow. Is it
No, I'm going with number 2. We're going number 2.
Okay, so you're saying that number 2 is the lie.
No, that's 2. That's bait, dude. You're baiting me there. That is true, and you're baiting me into thinking. I'm going with number 1. We're going with number 1.
Okay, so you're going with number 1. You're gonna pick number 1.
Yeah.
Okay.
Please.
It was number 3.
Oh. I have to leave.
Let me explain to you here what's going on. So yeah, no, Pikmin was originally planned to be in Super Mario Galaxy 2. That's true. It's not. I mean, as far as I know, it was the second one and not the first one.
Was it like a early build of it? Because I swear that was for Super Mario Galaxy 1.
I think they might have talked about it in like a developer interview or something.
Oh my god!
And it was actually both Pikmin and Donkey Kong were planned to be in the game in some capacity.
And Donkey Kong?
And Donkey Kong, yeah. But I think they were kind of like, oh, we don't want to...
As a cameo or like a major thing?
I think it's just a cameo. I'm not quite sure why Donkey Kong would... I actually think Pikmin makes more sense because it's like already in space.
Yeah, no, dude, they should make like a Donkey Kong Galaxy.
Yeah.
You can't tell me you wouldn't buy that and play it.
I mean, of course I would buy it, but like, I just don't know how I mean, hey, we never know. You know what I mean?
How would he get to space? How would he get to... Oh, no, he did go to space. He punched the moon. Remember?
In what?
In Donkey Kong Country Returns.
He did? Wait.
Yeah, the final boss, you fly up into the air and you punch the moon into it.
What? I don't...
You don't remember that?
No, and I played that game.
No, that's real. That's a real thing that happens.
Okay, I mean, I believe you, but yeah, no, I mean, I could see
Look
Donkey Kong
right
go
now.
into space. Yeah, I could see that.
Look it up right now, just for the audience.
Oh my gosh. Okay, fine.
The audience needs to see it. If you're listening to this on Spotify, stop what you're doing and
And-
watch the video. If you're watching this on
Donkey
YouTube,
Kong.
watch the video. Stop.
Yeah, because you can,
stop taking a dump. And look at this.
Oh my god, you're right.
Close out of all your other tabs as well. Just watch this.
Donkey
he
Kong punches the
moon.
bleed moon.
The bleed moon?
The bleed moon, dude. Oh my
Yeah,
God,
dude,
this
you
is-
don't remember this?
No, I do now. I do remember this now.
You don't remember watching this on your tiny 3DS
On my
screen and being
3DS
like,
when I-
what?
Because
What?
I played. Yeah, no, you're right. I played the 3DS port. I didn't play the Wii version.
So did I. I never played the Wii one.
Dude, that's crazy. That's so
Yeah.
funny. Okay. Well, all right. Well,
Real.
that myth is debunked, or it's not debunked. It's proven correctly, I guess.
This question pisses me off.
Okay. So here's the thing.
This makes me angry.
So here's the thing, and you're gonna get progressively more mad as I explain to you this. So, Super Mario
Go ahead.
Galaxy. If you pre-ordered the game at GameStop back in the day, you would get a call on your phone saying that your pre-order was ready, and they by mistake listed the game as rated M for mature. They would say on the phone, warning, this game is rated M for mature, but that was a mistake, obviously.
Okay.
But that is true. That is true that happened. The Ice Flower made its first appearance in Mario and Luigi Partners in Time.
Oh,
That
it
was
wasn't
its
that game,
first
wasn't it?
appearance, yes. And I
Damn.
knew that you probably would not think of that, because
I
who would
even remember
think
that.
of that? You
No, I remember.
you do
that
remember?
game.
I didn't even know that. I didn't even know that. So I was just like, wow, okay.
It's like you. It's like one of the first like bros attack that you get in
Yeah.
that game.
Have you played that game? Because I've never played that game. I would like to,
played
though.
like the first half of it.
Okay. Yeah, no, I did not know that, so that was interesting to me. But yeah, so this was a tricky one. This was a hard
This
question.
was a
so-
really tricky one.
Yeah,
because any
but-
logical person would say 2.
Yeah, no, and I mean, like, but you saw through the bait of 2, but then you
But
went
I
with the
got
first one.
confused with number 1. I was
Yeah.
really caught up on 1. I was like, it has to be the beta for
You
Mario
really
Galaxy.
thought
It has to.
I was gonna pull that shit. You really thought I was gonna be like, oh, it was Mario Galaxy 1.
Yeah.
I probably would do something like that, so I don't blame you. Okay, so moving on, we have 2 more questions. These.
You know what, dude?
What?
Go play Super Mario 128.
I will go play Super Mario 128 if it ever came out, otherwise known as Pikmin, because it's basically what Pikmin is.
True.
Yeah.
You're right.
So these are based off of Mario Party, the Mario Party franchise. Mario Party 8 was the last Mario Party game developed by Hudson Soft. Bowser references Dragon Ball Z in Mario Party Island Tour.
True.
Wario's iconic line,
True.
Joe, I missed, from the N64 Mario Party games is actually a mishearing of the German phrase for aw darn.
True.
Okay.
It's all true.
Okay. It's all true. All 3 of these are true. You think I did 3 true statements?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think so. I think this is a trick question.
Well, you're right. No. Yeah.
That'd be insane, dude.
I know. That would be like next
That would
level
literally be Ultra
play there.
Instinct.
Yeah.
I think I'm pretty sure number 1 is true because Mario Party 9 was when it started going downhill when Nintendo started developing them themselves.
I don't
Number
know what you're talking. I
three-
love Mario Party 9. Best game in the franchise.
Okay.
Okay.
You know, I actually like it too. I'm not
I've
gonna lie.
I've never played it. I've never played it. So I have no
You never
opinion on
played it?
No,
Oh,
I never
hold on.
played Mario Party 9. In
at
fact,
this.
I've never played any of the Mario Parties past 2 actually.
Really?
Well, I mean, obviously that's not true. Like I haven't
you
played
didn't have 8 as a kid?
No, I did not have 8 as a
Really?
kid. I didn't play 3 through 8. I didn't play the top 100. I mean, I don't think a lot of people did.
Obviously.
And yeah, I just haven't played a lot of them, but
If you played the top 100, I would point and laugh at you right now.
yeah. Well, joke's on
I
you.
would.
I pull out the top 100. I just have
Joke's on you.
I do-
Mario Party
Oh
9.
shit. I do own Island Tour though. That is a
I
game
know
that
you
I
do.
have.
I
yeah.
remember when you got that.
And I liked it as a kid. I liked Island Tour as a kid,
Mhm.
but I didn't have a whole lot of reference of other Mario Party games. So So.
I don't know much about Island Tour, and so I would not know if 2 is correct. In fact, if Did You Know Gaming ever released a video specifically about Mario Party games, I probably would not have watched it because I do not care about Mario Party.
wow.
I like playing them. I don't care about them.
The lore
I
of
don't
Mario
care.
Party. It's
I don't
so
care about the
extensive though.
development lore.
There's so much to it. No.
What would Bowser have said? I think you just thought this was funny.
He
You
says
were like, Quentin, what's a lie I can make up? Quentin was like,
Vegeta.
Yeah, Bowser says, "Fuck you, Vegeta."
He said, "I'm going Super Saiyan, Mario."
What would he have said to reference? Like, I don't understand.
Oh my god. And in Mario Party Island Tour of all games.
Mario, sure. Goku was actually in the game as a secret unlockable character.
And see, no one would know that because no one played that one. Except for me, I would know that though.
You play? Didn't Ellis have it too?
I don't know. I don't feel like he would have had that. No.
Did anybody else that you know have that game?
Hell no. No. No one else had it. The only reason why I have it is because
It was
my
a
dad.
Nintendo Select though.
It was?
Yeah, it was $20.
Okay, well, I mean, did you get it as a Nintendo Select? No, you didn't.
I should have before the eShop went down.
Yeah, true. But the only reason why I have Island Tour is because my dad knew I liked Mario and just picked a random Mario game to give to me. And I was just
Island Tour.
all right. Yeah.
Take it or leave it.
Yeah. But anyway. But which one?
I know that I know some lore about that dough I missed. I know that that's definitely been on a Did You Know Gaming episode where they've talked about that line. Yeah, I'm gonna go with number 2. I'm saying number 2.
You're gonna say number 2?
Yeah, you can hear in my voice how hard of a time I'm having with this, but
okay, well,
I'm pretty sure it's number 2.
All right, you're locking in number 2.
Mm-hmm.
That's the one
Please
you're going
tell me I'm
with.
right. Please tell me I'm right. Please.
It's number 1.
What? Oh, wait, are we counting the fucking...
We are counting Mario Party DS.
Oh, no.
That was the last one.
We're counting Mario Party DS.
Yeah, I didn't say we wouldn't. I just said the last Mario Party game. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I'm sorry. I
What is the Dragon Ball reference?
Bowser says, and you know what? I'll look this up too so you believe me. Bowser says, "This isn't even my final form." In Mario Party Island Tour.
No way.
I'm
buying this game on eBay right
Dragon
now.
Ball. Yeah, find it for like $10. Dragon Ball reference. Yeah,
Super
look.
Mario Bros. That wasn't even my final form.
Yeah, see? That's real.
So that's not just something that Quentin made up.
No, that is not something that Quentin made up. That is something that the developers of Mario Party Island Tour made up. Yep. And the dough I missed thing, that's all true. So yeah.
All right.
All right, Donovan. Well, you have
right
you have one more try. You have one more try to get a point here. And this one might be not. I don't know if this one is as hard. I haven't deliberately been trying to make these harder as we go. But I think they've just been working out that way. But but this last one, maybe you'll get it. You know, have some hope. So this last question is regarding Super Mario Odyssey, the most recent 3D Mario game. It is possible to stack 200 Goombas in Super Mario Odyssey without crashing the game. A bug in the E3 2017 demo of Super Mario Odyssey allowed players to fully unclothe Mario. This was quickly fixed for later demos. A version of Bob-omb Battlefield exists in the code of the final release of Super Mario Odyssey.
A version of Bob. Oh. Okay, can I ask you a question?
Yes.
Were these all researched, or did you pick and choose from knowledge that you had as well?
I mean, if I knew something about the game, I would research it just to be sure and then put it. But mostly everything was actually knowledge that I didn't know beforehand. So
okay. That makes me feel a little better.
Yeah.
What's
No,
my point total right now?
No, yeah, no, I did not know all of this before we did that. Like I learned a lot about Mario when I did this.
Well, what's my point total right now? Out of 10
Your point total?
or out of 9?
Your point total is 4.
Okay.
4 out
If I
of
can
9.
get 5 out of 10, if I can get half correct,
Yes, you
then
can.
I'll count that as a victory.
You will have exactly the average.
Mm-hmm. True. But if I get 4 out of 10, I feel like that's just as good as guessing on every single one.
Yeah.
Because if you guessed on every single one,
you have a
would on average
33%
get
chance
3 or 4.
of getting it right. I mean, like, and if you just guess on this one, you have a 33% chance of getting it right. So,
yeah. You know why this is rough?
Why?
Because last night when we were on a call with Gregory, you showed him this quiz, and you were like, do you think Donovan will be able to get all these? And he was like, oh yeah.
I let that get to. Did you let that get to your head a little bit?
Yeah, I was like, oh, I'm good. I'm chilling.
Yeah.
Okay, let's actually look at these. Number 1, it is possible to stack 200 Goombas cap. A bug in the... that was a loud sound.
I didn't hear that.
I think Keaton just fell through the floor.
Fell down the stairs.
Number 2, fully unclothed Mario. Huh? I don't know. Keaton died or something. Elicania. Number 2, I don't know about that, but I can believe it. Because the way that it works in Mario Odyssey is you just switch between different costumes. You don't it's not like in Breath of the Wild where you can take off all the clothes and then apply new clothes. It's you just pick different costumes. But maybe it didn't always work like that. Maybe you were originally able to unclothe Mario. I don't know. And number 3, so they have that part in the Mushroom Kingdom part of the game where you can go into the N64 version of Peach's castle, or the courtyard, at least. You know what I'm talking about?
Mm-hmm.
But that's not Bonbon Valley. You hear Keaton?
I do hear Keaton. We should do the Keaton quiz.
The Keaton quiz?
Yeah. How well do you know Keaton? Who knows Keaton best?
Viewer, what do you think about this?
Yeah, what do you, all of you at home playing along? What do you think? Leave in the comments.
What do you think about this?
What you think it is?
Give me your answer so that I can know.
Yeah, send in your answer. We're live streaming this right now, actually.
Dude,
drop in the chat. Chat, is this real? Chat, is this real?
Chat, is this real? Is this real, chat?
Yeah.
Number 1. I feel like the Switch could not even handle 10 Goombas. I think I'm gonna guess that number 2 is true, and I also am gonna guess that number 3 is true because I can see that. I think. It's either number 1 or number 3, I think. Can you give me a hint?
You know what, Donovan? Since this is the last one, I will give you a hint. I will eliminate one of them.
Lifeline.
Yeah,
eliminate one.
I will do that for you. Okay. Let me think here for a second. Which one I wanna. I'm gonna tell you which one is true, so you know which one not to pick. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm gonna say that number 3 is true.
Okay.
So it is not number 3. Do not pick number 3.
Fully unclothed Mario dick. You can put Mario in the beach shorts game. That's
yeah.
kind of clothing him.
That was a big thing.
That was a big deal.
Everyone was like, "Holy shit, Mario's nipples!"
That was canonically the first time you ever saw Mario's nipples and his feet.
Dude, hopefully not the last. Am I right? Up top.
Am I right?
But yeah, so it's between 1 and 2. In fact, yeah.
Oh no! Oh no!
Oh, Peter, help me, Peter. Which one? Give me a lifeline, Peter. Lois, I've not played Super Mario Odyssey, Lois.
Peter, I'm pretty sure it's number 2, Peter.
It's number 2, Peter. No, and it's like, no, it's number 1. Giggity.
I think it's number 1. No, it's number 2.
It's got to be number 2. Stewie, you don't know shit. It's number 1.
I think it's number 1. Shut up, Meg.
Shut up, Meg. That's Cap. That's Cap, Brian. That's Cap. That is Cap, Brian.
That's Cap, Brian. That's gonna be in the next season of Family Guy. You gotta upload that as a Tonyverse highlight.
Just Family Guy.
Yeah.
Family Guy discussion.
I am going to go with number 1. Number 1.
You're gonna say number 1 is the lie.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Donovan, the correct answer was number 2.
Oh, bad luck today, man.
That's it, man. All right, so let me let you know here. So yes, you can stack 200 Goombas. You have to hack the game to do that, but it won't crash the game unless you go over 200. Then it will crash the Switch. Bob on Battlefield is displayed. A map of Bob on Battlefield is displayed on the map that the Toad reads in every kingdom. The Toad that has the map that like looks at a map. That I believe he might be the one that gives you like the brochure at the beginning of every level.
And Bob on Battlefield is on his brochure.
There's like a minimized, like you can't see it easily, but if you like hack the game and like look at it, it's literally the map of Bob on Battlefield. A minimalist viewpoint of it. And yeah, I made up the E3
that's
thing.
That's not a version of Bob on Battlefield.
It is.
PNG.
That is Bob. That is a version of it. It's not a big version of it, but it is a version of it.
A 3D model.
I know that's what I knew that would be what you thought I meant, but I never specifically said that. I just said it was a version of Bob on Battlefield. But I did tell you that one was true, so that was never a question. But yeah, no, there was no bug in the E3. I made that up. I found that to be amusing. I found the idea of that to be amusing, so I made that up. But apparently it sounded like it could have been true.
It's pretty silly.
It is a little silly.
I fell for your silly trap because
you did, yeah.
I thought that like, oh, this is silly. It must be true.
Nope.
Because he would want me to think that it's not true.
Mm-hmm.
But
you fell for it.
I fell for the silly trap.
Yep. But all right, but that is the end of the two
game
truths,
over.
one lie.
Should have put game over.
You know what? I'll change it. I'll change it to that.
Just fucking type it.
Oops.
Gamer over.
Gamer over. Oops. And then I forgot I have like the. Okay, wait. Oh shit. I have.
Get rid of blue.
There we go. Okay.
There you
All right. Well. You know what, Donovan? You still got 4 points. That's still something. That's still something. So, but yeah. Thank you for playing this merry little game. And I hope we all learned a thing or two about Mario today that we didn't know. I know I did.
Yeah. Tell this to your friends. Tell this knowledge to your friends.
Yeah.
They'll
Make sure.
Really interested in it and not call you a loser.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. And you will definitely go up to any girl and tell them.
Yeah, you can impress them.
All of this, and they will instantly sleep with you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That's true. Trust me.
Really good. Really good life hack there.
Yeah, really good life hack. Yeah, okay. All right. Well, with that, that's going to cap off this episode of Chit Chats. That's cap, Brian. That's going to cap off this episode of Chit Chats, Brian. All right. So.
All right, let's do the Chit Chats dance.
All right, let's do the Chit Chat dance. All right, and we'll see you guys in the next episode. Chit Chat dance. Yeah, giggity. Welcome back to Chit Chats, everybody. My name is Antonio.
And my name is Quentin, and let's have a chit chat.
Let's have a chit chat. Welcome back, everybody. Oh my god, my camera just went blurry. Hello? Ooh, you will be in focus now.
Okay.
That worked. Holy crap. I'm a wizard.
You're a
what
wizard.
Can I say? Yeah,
That's crazy.
Magic camera powers.
It's been a while since we chit chat, so I think let's have a debate night is what I think we should do.
That's true. Yeah, I had a completely different thing planned, but let's just jump into debate night. 2-person debate night, and the comment section can decide who won each debate.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
Mm-hmm. Perfect. Actually, what we have today has nothing to do with debates, unless the debate in question is, do you like Pokemon?
Well, then the debate answer would be yes.
Okay, well, that's good that that's the answer.
Yeah.
I don't know. Okay, look.
Chit chat over.
Yep.
And the video.
Wait, I just realized, do you like Pokemon? That's a yes or no question, so that's that can't.
Well, I mean,
I guess you could debate that depending on
the
the context of who you're talking about. I don't know, but either way. Yeah. Well, Quentin, you are someone that I know has, like a good amount of knowledge about Pokemon or a good amount of appreciation for Pokemon, growing up, I know that you well, why don't you tell me your experience with Pokemon, like a brief little thing about that.
I mean, if you were a real Tonyversal watcher, Antonio, you would know that I've explained my experience with Pokemon in the past chit chat.
Don't doubt that. Yeah.
Yeah. Do I remember which video it was? No, but it's in my hand right here. Yep, that's right. Now you have to find which video it's in.
Okay.
But I'll explain it anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, so my experience with Pokemon is I think the first game I ever played while I was sentient, I was aware of what even game I was playing was Pokemon Soul Silver. And ever since then, I have loved Pokemon, whether it's the animated TV show, the games, the trading card game. I've always been interested in this stuff. And while me and Pokemon, we've had a more distant relationship in years recent, I still really do like Pokemon.
Yeah, I think even, because I do think that, like, the games specifically, which, you could argue is, like, the core of Pokemon, there's been some ups and downs over the course of, like, the history of Pokemon. But I think the concept of Pokemon is what really keeps it strong, you know what I mean? Like, like monster catching and taming and, just like forming bonds with these cool creatures. Like that's what the core of Pokemon, and that's what makes it so lovable. And Quentin, you are someone who I thought would be good to do a special quiz based on the Pokemon franchise. I know, what? A quiz?
That's okay.
How do you feel about that? Do you think you can do that?
No.
All right, well, we'll see you guys later. Thank you guys for watching. Well, you know what, Quentin? We're just going to see what happens. I have a special quiz prepared for you.
Okay.
And I'm going to share my screen here. And I did kind of reveal... Oh, shit. Hold on. There we go.
Okay, perfect.
Okay, we're... Awesome.
Yeah.
That's... Yeah. Nothing changed about your background. I don't know what... Like...
Yeah, I don't.
It's you closed your blinds. Like they were open.
Oh,
they were open before, and now they're closed. Right. That's what it was. Right. There's nothing. Nothing else. Nothing. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Well, Quentin, I did already reveal what the subject matter is. But welcome to 2 Truths, 1 Lie, Pokemon Edition.
What?
So I have done a couple of these already. I've done a Mario one and I've done a Zelda one. So this is going to be a very similar, idea as those. Like basically, I'm going to give you 3 statements about the Pokemon series. And your job is to deduce out of those 3 statements which is the lie. 2 of them will be true, 2 true things about Pokemon, and 1 of them will be a lie about Pokemon. And you have to tell me what you think is the lie.
I'm ready.
And we'll see how many you get right. There are going to be 10 rounds, and each round will be based on a different generation of Pokemon. With one exception, because there is, as of recording this, there is only 9 generations. One of them is going to be a different subject matter.
Really?
Or a different, concept related to Pokemon. But yeah, anyway, let's get into it without further ado. Here's question 1.
Okay.
Here are your beginning of your 3 statements. It is impossible to evolve the starter Pikachu that you receive in Pokemon Yellow. I'll remind you, these are all based on Generation 1.
Yep.
Ash was almost voiced by Leonardo DiCaprio. There were originally planned to be 65,535 versions of the original Game Boy Pokemon games. So, what do you think out of those 3 is the lie?
Okay, I know that. I know that the first one is true. I know that for a fact. The Leonardo DiCaprio thing, I feel like that's a little too ridiculous. But also the third one, I feel like that's like a. They were originally planned to be 65,535. I mean, that's a very specific number, which is making me against it. Oh,
against that it's a lie, or against that it's a
I think it's a lie, but I also feel like that's a trick, that it's like very specific. You know what I mean?
potential.
So I don't know. Okay, it's not 1. Cross off 1. Editor, cross off 1.
Cross
put a
off
little
1.
like you put a fart on it too.
Here, I'll comply. Don't worry. There is a way to do that on here. I forget, but we're just gonna underline it. I guess.
I think I'm gonna say it's number 2. I think Leonardo DiCaprio. I don't think he was an Ash voicer. Yeah.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, all right. So you're locking in 2?
I'm locking in.
All right. The correct answer was, it was in fact 1.
What?
And
I could have swore that you can't evolve it.
well, I'm gonna give you a little bit of context for this. Okay. So first of all, I'll give you the context for the 2 true ones. So Leonardo DiCaprio originally was going to be the voice of Ash in the first movie. So that was actually true. He wasn't obviously, and he didn't end up voicing him, but that was originally planned on it. And then for the 65,000 versions, that actually was true. Originally, the creators of Pokemon wanted each copy to be like personalized, like up to that many. But they originally, like, that ended up being too ambitious, so they just went with 2, obviously. With the first one, it is actually possible to evolve it if you trade that Pikachu to a different game.
Oh,
you can't evolve it in the original game, but if you trade it to a different Pokemon game, you can evolve it. So, a little bit of a tricky wording there.
That's stupid. That's stupid.
Hey, I will say this. With these quizzes, I tend to make them harder as they go on. I'm going to be honest with you, with this one, like, it's kind of all over the place. Like, some of these might be harder in the beginning, some of them might be harder later, but they might be easier sometimes. I don't know. We'll see what happens. But anyway, unfortunately, Quentin, you do not get your point for this one, but you have 9 more tries. So, here we go. Here's question 2. These are all based on Generation 2 of Pokemon.
Okay.
Pokemon Gold and Silver were planned to be the last Pokemon games. Despite being genderless in the mainline games, certain Celebi with confirmed genders exist. The beta name for Pichu was Peekaboo.
Okay, so I know the second one, unless it's another trick, but this one I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure the second one's true. Mm-hmm. I think I've seen a Celebi with female gender, but I don't know where. I almost feel like it might have been like Pokemon Mystery Dungeon or something, but
okay.
The first one I also feel like might be true.
Okay.
So I'm gonna lock in. Oh wait, yeah. So I'm gonna lock in that 3 is the lie.
Okay. So we're locking in 3. So the beta name for Pichu was Peekaboo. What do you think the beta name was if you don't think it was Peekaboo? Like, what would you, if you
I
didn't
think
know that Pichu was named Pichu, what would you name it?
so. Considering that Pikachu is. Oh wait, the better name for Pichu. Interesting. I don't know. I first. I guess I read the question wrong, but I'm still locking in for 3.
Okay.
But I thought it was the beta name for Pikachu was, and I was like, well, if Pikachu's the second in the evolutionary chain, it would be called Pika 2. But
So that would mean Pichu is Pika 1?
yeah, that's what I think.
Okay.
You know what? Let's lock in there. That's the beta name for
Okay.
Pichu is Pika 1.
All right. Well, let's see if you're correct about that. The correct answer was, in fact, it was 3.
Woo! Okay.
Yeah, I made that up. Like, I was just like, oh, it's a baby. It's a baby Pikachu, Peekaboo. Haha, it's funny.
And Peekaboo, wow.
Yeah, whoa, yeah, exactly.
That's stupid.
I know it's stupid. Why do I even try? Why do I even try? But yeah, the other two are
It's okay.
true. And you were right about the Celebi in Mystery Dungeon. That was where they were confirmed. Like the Celebi's referred to as she. So despite being genderless in the mainline games, yeah, that does exist. All right, moving on. So that is your first point. So congratulations. Let's move on to question 3. These are based on Generation 3.
Okay.
Deoxys was the first Pokemon to be distributed over Wi-Fi. Azurill is a transgender icon.
Slay.
Despite appearing on the cover of Pokemon Coliseum, neither Kyogre nor Groudon can be caught in the game.
Okay, I've never played, I've never played Pokemon Coliseum. I know nothing about Wi-Fi transfers. I mean, I think I got a Jirachi once from
okay.
And a few other Pokemon. But was Deoxys the first one? I feel like Deoxys. Azurill is a transgender icon. I mean, Slay, right?
Yeah.
Here's what I think. I think the third one is true.
You think the third one is true? Okay.
Because it says neither Kyogre nor Groudon, but I think you can catch one of them. I don't know which one, but when it's like no, both of these can't be caught. That's when I think there could be some tricky stipulation. Number 2, Azurill. I don't know if it has anything to do with. Oh, I'm imagining Zurill in my mind.
Yeah, do you remember that line? Azurill and Marill and Azumarill? Okay. Despite the fact that Marill and Azurill were introduced in Gen 2, Azurill. Sorry, I said that wrong. Marill and Azumarill were introduced in Gen 2.
Azurill is a baby Pokemon. Right? Yeah.
Yes.
That just feels weird for a baby Pokemon to be a transgender icon, but I mean the line looks
Oh, I was just gonna say like I don't know how Pokemon, like baby Pokemon, work in regards to levels, because you can have like a level 100 baby Pokemon, but is it still a baby at that point? You know what I mean?
I'll ask: is Azurill a friendship evolution?
Yes.
Okay, that makes me think that makes me think closer to that one's also true.
Okay.
So I think 3 is the lie.
Okay, you think 3 is the lie? Which one of those do you think you could catch?
Can be caught.
Yeah.
I think I love Kyogre more, so I think you can wait. Yeah, I'm gonna say Kyogre. It seems like every time Kyogre is like the more like cinematic Pokemon than Groudon.
Okay.
Especially in that like one image where it's like Kyogre versus Groudon, and Groudon's on that small patch of land, and Kyogre has the entire sea developing.
Yeah, that's true.
So I think you can catch Kyogre.
Okay, so you're locking in 3 as the lie?
Mhm.
Okay.
Mhm.
Well, Quentin, the correct
Uh,
answer was 1.
oh, it was 1.
And it's
Okay.
funny because you actually mentioned the actual first Pokemon that was distributed
Oh,
over
was
Wi-Fi,
it
which is
Jirachi?
Jirachi, yeah.
Oh
So it
man,
was in fact
darn it.
not Deoxys. Again, a little technicality there. But yeah, the
Mhm.
other two are true. And I want to explain the second one really quick just because I think it's really funny.
Mhm.
So the reason why Azurill is a transgender icon is because in Gen 3 there was a bug. Because basically, Pokemon have gender ratios. So like, certain
Mhm.
Pokemon are like 50-50, like you have a chance of getting like 50% male, 50% female. And then
Mhm.
others are a little bit more like, like there's more of a disparity. Like with starters specifically, it's like 88% male,
Mhm.
12% female, something like that. With Azurill, the ratio is 75 female, 25 male, but
Mhm.
Meryl is 50-50. So there is a chance in those games that if
Um,
you when you evolve Azurill into Meryl, it can go from like female to male.
that is interesting. Okay.
Yeah, so
Huh.
it's like the only Pokemon that like can do that, I think. But that's why Azurill is a transgender icon. So
Hell yeah.
yeah, slay. Yeah, we
Mhm.
we stand that.
Yeah, well, I stand that. Yeah.
All right, moving on to question 4. These are based on Generation 4.
Okay.
In 2008, the title Pokemon Brown was copyrighted. And that's a Generation 4 related question because this was during Generation 4 that this happened. If
Okay.
that is true.
Pokemon Brown.
It is possible to get a level 1 Dialga, Palkia, and Giratina in Generation 4 through legitimate means. Generation 4 introduced the largest Pokemon to date. So one of those is a lie.
I'm pretty sure. Okay, this could be another stupid, like, specific stipulation thing
Yeah.
because I remember getting a level 1 It was one of them. I remember getting a level 1 Dialga, Palkia, and Giratina in Generation 4
Okay.
by doing a special event thing, and it was really awesome. I forgot. I think you need like an event Arceus or something to get one of these, or I don't remember how it worked, but
Okay.
I remember you can get a level 1 one.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure. Maybe I'm making that up, but I'm pretty sure. But it could have been just Garatina because for some reason I remember only getting Garatina out of it,
Okay.
and it would be kind of weird that you can get a legendary or the main legendary. I don't know. Well, I'm still thinking on it, but. One, I know that Pokemon Brown has been copyrighted before.
Mm.
This could be I know it's been well, now I'm second guessing myself, but I'm pretty sure it's been copyrighted before. I'm pretty sure I've heard of that and I was like, "Oh, that's a stupid name." My only stipulation is I feel like it would have been copyrighted not in 2008
When do you think it would have been copyrighted?
during the like when it was going like red, blue, green and stuff like that, like
Mm.
back when they were like doing more colors and stuff.
Okay.
But I also think I also remember that Pokemon just in general, like whenever they're making a new game, they just decide to copyright a bunch of names all at once. Like I think also Pokemon Gray was copyrighted. I think there was like a Pokemon, what was it? Z was copy. I don't remember, but I remember just to cover all their bases, they copyrighted a bunch of names
Mm-hmm.
um, in Spree. So I'm pretty sure number one is true, unless it's like it wasn't in 2008, and in that case. I quit this quiz. So in other words,
Do
it
you
better
really
not
think
be
I
number
would do
one,
that?
or I quit this quiz. If that's number one, I quit this quiz.
It's not like I did
Um,
that, in 2 other questions.
uh, so in two, I'm pretty sure two is right, unless and okay, if two is also a lie, I quit this
It's
quiz.
actually level 2 Dialga Pokemon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, where? What? Now I'm starting to think it actually might be level 5.
Mm.
But you know what?
You
We're
know what?
we're, we're gonna throw away
I'm just
that
gonna
thought
let you
bubble.
know right now, just because I want to be fair.
Mm.
None of that is happening in this one.
Okay. Okay. Then I think the third one is the wrong one.
Okay, so you think that that number 3 is the lie?
Yeah.
Okay, are you gonna lock that? Is that your answer? Is that you're gonna lock that in?
Yeah, I mean, I never really counted how many Pokemon were added all at once, but I feel like I feel like Generation 4 probably has like a large Pokemon base, which you
Well, no,
probably
it's
thought,
not.
oh,
It's not.
yeah, what?
It's not like it introduced the
Oh,
largest amount. It's the largest in
largest
size. Yeah.
size.
Mm-hmm.
No, I think there's a larger Pokemon,
Okay.
but I don't know. Oh, that does change my answer, but I still think number 3 is wrong.
Okay, so you're gonna lock in 3.
I lock in 3.
All right, Quentin. The correct answer was indeed 3.
Woo! Okay.
Yeah. Generation. Well, I'm not gonna actually tell you anything more about that one, but it did not. They did not introduce the largest one to date. I mean, we've had 5 generations since, so like that's probably that's probably part of the logic. But yeah, no, you were exactly right though. There's an event where you can get a level 1 Dialga Palkia or Giratina. I should have actually said or because you can only get one at a time. But it is with that event Arceus. So
I did that event. It was awesome.
I didn't do it because I know it was in Heart Gold and Soul
pissed.
Silver, but I got the games like after I found out about that. So like it was over by the time, and I was like, oh, that would have been so cool. But yeah, because I've seen like footage of it on YouTube. But
It's
yeah.
awesome. Yeah.
And then Pokemon Brown was in fact copyrighted in 2008, and you were exactly right. There were a couple other Pokemon games titles that were copyrighted, even though I don't think we've had something like I think Pokemon Purple was copyrighted or something like that. But yeah, it was in 2008 for whatever reason. I think Black and White was also copyrighted in that year too. So, all right.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So that was question 2. So you got another point. Congratulations.
Woo! Okay.
And we are moving on to question 5, which these are based on
Question
Generation 5.
Okay.
Arcan and Archeops are the only fossil Pokemon without hidden abilities. Only Autumn Form Deerling / Sawsbuck has been available in mainline Pokemon games past Generation 5. An item called the Godstone exists in the code of the mainline Pokemon games since Generation 5, despite going unused.
Godstone. I feel like with something called Godstone, it would have come out like before Generation 5, back when like Arceus was a thing. But why do I feel like that's the lie? I feel like that's the lie.
What do you
I also
think
feel
of,
like okay, so the first one I could go either way. I wait, so the Gen 5 fossil Pokemon that has the turtle, right? The Tortuga or something?
Yep.
Does Tortuga have a hidden ability? Tortuga. That's the only other fossil I know. Wait, there's Tortuga and then there's
Well,
there's the Tyrant, right?
well, yeah, that was in Generation 6. Keep in mind
never
that like this is just in general, like out of all fossil Pokemon,
are the only fossil Pokemon without hidden abilities.
yeah.
Oh, I thought it was the only one in Gen 5 with hidden abilities. Okay. I think past Generation 5. Does Black and White 2 still count as Generation 5, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Also, I kind of worded this is just bothering me. I kind of worded this wrong. Like, I meant to say this more so has existed, but it doesn't really change anything. I just like, yeah.
Actually, I think that does change things because I thought like, oh, never mind. No, I guess it just
it's just
really
the wording was bothering me, but the meaning is the same.
Otherwise, I think that one's true. I think that one's true.
Okay.
I don't have any basis to back it up, though. I think that one's true.
Okay. It's okay to go with your gut,
Yeah, I think...
Unless you're wrong.
Only Autumn 4 Deerling and Sawsbuck have been available in the mainline Pokemon games past Generation 5. I almost feel like this one's true, but I also feel like there might be like some sort of like Safari or something, or like there's like one other game that puts the other ones in. Like What about Pokemon Go? I feel like Pokemon Go has different season dealing and Sawsbuck because that's something they totally do, which is stupid. So that's why I think number one is the lie. I think there's some other stupid fossil like Kabutops that doesn't have a hidden ability.
Oh, okay. But you were just backing up why you thought
wait, you're
two
right. You're
was
right.
a lie.
You're right.
Yeah.
You're right. No. So you're right. I think the second one is a lie then because of Pokemon
Okay.
Go. You're right.
Okay, you think
I forgot the name of the game. Call me Ian Heacox.
Ian Heacox did that's a Ian Heacox moment. That's funny.
I forgot how the game works. Yeah.
The next one is
I'm looking at number 2.
is I cheated on you. Okay, so you're locking in 2. Are you sure that's is that your final answer?
Final answer.
All right. Well, Quentin, the correct answer was in fact 2.
Woo!
So
Let's go.
Yep. And you're basically right. Like the reason why that's not true is because you can get the other forms through transferring them from black and white. Like if you have a winter form Deerling in black and white, you can transfer it to Pokemon Sword, and then you have it in there.
That's the dumbest.
Isn't that cool?
No.
Actually, maybe not that because they might not even be in Sword and Shield. Actually, now that I think about it, I don't know. Either way, that one was wrong, and the other ones are in fact true. So congratulations, you get your 3rd point.
I'm not happy about that. That question tricked me in a wrong way.
Yeah. Do you hate Deerling and Sawsbuck with a passion?
I never liked them, but yeah.
But there's this cute little deer guy.
Moving on. Boom.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna let you know right now. You have 3 points, and there's 5 questions left. So you can
60%.
Yeah, you can get you can end this with 80% potentially. So we'll see. You know, I don't want to give you too high hopes, but maybe you'll
For a living?
maybe you'll get them. Yeah. No, no, I don't know why you would say that. Okay, so truth be told, Quentin, the next question 6. These are not based off of Generation 6. In fact, these are based off of specifically Pokemon spin-off games. I know I'm breaking the pattern. You know, sue me, but these are based off of Pokemon spin-off games. So, you ready?
Yeah. Okay.
That really yeah. What the fuck, dude? Okay, well, here we go. Pokemon spin-offs. In Pokemon Go, there is placeholder text for eggs that reads, "Hatch this egg by feeding it butter. It likes all kinds of butter. Every kind. The best kind." In Pokemon Mystery Dungeon Gates to Infinity, the character Swanna references Call Me Baby by Carly Rae Jepsen.
Okay.
As of July 2024, which is when we were recording this, every game in the Pokemon Ranger series has only been officially playable on the Nintendo DS.
This is stupid. They're all spin-offs, and I've only played Pokemon Go, okay?
I thought you said you played Mystery Dungeon.
I played Mystery Dungeon, but wait, is Gates to Infinity is that the Explorers of Time like
No, that's
trilogy?
That one
Or is
came
it a
out on the
different
3DS.
Yeah, I don't think I played that one.
Also, I'm going to change the wording again of one of these.
Okay.
Don't let me sway you either way, but that's how I'm
Officially
changing it.
released has only been okay. I think the third one.
Yeah,
I
what do you
the third
think?
one's true.
What do you think about Call Me Maybe by Carly Rae Jepsen? I really want to know.
I think I don't think Swanna's the one to sing it.
Really? Well, I didn't say she sung it. I just said she referenced it.
Oh, references Call Me Baby. I don't think Swanna's the kind of what is it? A goose? I don't think it's the kind of.
She's a swan, man. She's a swan.
I don't think Swan is the kind of swan to reference "Call Me Baby."
Okay.
Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. But the butter thing, I think the first one's false.
Oh.
And my reasoning is I think there's some other placeholder text that's like hatched
like
this
slightly
egg
different.
by feeding it like steak or something. Who thinks of butter when it comes to eggs with butter is good.
I guess I also should have probably wrote something like this. This is more so like what I meant.
In the code. Okay.
Yeah, that's kind of more so what I meant, but
Actually, you know what? I think the first one is true. I mean, I know I said maybe it's either true or it's not. Like it's a different word besides butter. Because I feel like Pokemon Go really wanted to add like these random stupid items for you to like, could swipe into your Pokemon and stuff like that and give it berries and stuff.
okay.
Uh, I, th- I think the second one's false again. I don't think it's Swanna, that stupid goose or whatever that references Call Me Maybe.
Okay, so you think what?
I think number two is wrong.
Okay, do you think that Swanna referenced a different song, or do you think a different Pokemon referenced "Call Me Maybe"?
I think Swanna references a different song. I think Swanna references White Iverson by Post Malone.
Okay, so you're gonna lock in number two.
I lock in number two.
All right, Quentin. The correct answer was 3.
Was 3? Oh man.
So this is technically, and I'm also gonna change it here just to explain it better. So they came out. The Pokemon Ranger games came out for the Wii U. You can play them on the Wii U.
Okay.
And that was the only other, but other like they all were native to the DS.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was gonna say I feel like that's like a re-release, but was it the same game or were they new games?
They were the same game. Like they were the old games from the DS. They were re-released on, but that's why I changed the wording to release.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
So that was just like that was another like technical one, but the other two are true. There is code in Pokemon Go that says that for some reason. I think it's placeholder text. It's not meant to be seen. Like I don't think they were ever planning on using it. And then in Pokemon Mystery Dungeon, I actually did play this specific Mystery Dungeon game. I don't remember that line of text, but according to the internet, that is true. That Swanna does say something about "Call Me Maybe."
That stupid swan.
It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. As much as I would have loved if they referenced White Iverson, this is unfortunately the reality we live in.
I feel like that was such like a missed opportunity.
I know. Even though this game came out in 2013 and I think White Iverson came out in 2018, they should have
They should have thought about it. Yeah.
They should have thought about it. What the maybe that would have made the game good. But oh well.
Rememberable. I don't even remember it ever coming out.
Yeah,
like, being a thing.
It wasn't that great. The gates or the Explorers of Darkness, and those were better. Anyway, moving on to question 7. These we're gonna be a little bit. It's gonna be a little weird now because these are based off of Generation 6. So here we go. I'll remind you that's X and Y. But yeah, Phantump was designed in 30 minutes. Pokemon X and Y were the first mainline Pokemon games to be released worldwide on the same date. The Kalos region was going to be expanded upon in DLC, featuring locations based on southern France.
Okay, well, 3 is not the 3 is could be a lie because southern France sucks, and I think Pokemon knows that. So sorry, Southern France, but I don't think you were going to be expanded upon the DLC.
Dude, 90% of my audience is from Southern France. They're going to come for you.
Actually, you know what? I think 3 is true. I think it could either be a true because they plan to do it, but then they're like, no, we'll just make we'll just make Z now, which is what they're doing now with what is it called?
Oh,
Legend Z or something.
Legend ZA, yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I think that was the plan, and they're like, well, let's do it now.
Okay.
With Legend ZA.
Mm-hmm.
Or I don't know, maybe they're in the thinking process. I think maybe Phantump was designed in 30 minutes. What if it was actually Phantump was designed in 13 minutes? That one could be a lie or something like that. And then Pokemon X and Y were the first mainline games to be released worldwide on the same day. Oh, I didn't even consider that one a question or an answer yet, so I haven't even thought about that. Pokemon does always like releasing their games kind of at different times. I remember they used to because that was just like a Japan thing. But also I feel like Nintendo's been pretty good at being like, no, we're not going to release games early. Hmm.
Do you remember
At this point? Oh, go ahead.
Do you remember there was that time when like there would be like those leaks from that magazine of like Pokemon, like new Pokemon that were coming out, like because the games did used to come out first in Japan, um, and yeah, like there used to be like this like leaks from this magazine because I would like watch videos on YouTube of like, oh my god, new black and white Pokemon revealed and stuff. And that was, I don't know, it was kind of exciting, but we don't get that now because, which I do kind of prefer, but like I don't know, there was something kind of fun about that.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't really go on the internet a lot back then. Like, well, I guess
Yeah,
X
that's
and Y
fair.
I did, but like Black and White, I really didn't. So I didn't really remember like a point where like it was, oh my God, the Pokemon release beforehand. It was always like, oh my God, I'm so excited for November for these new Pokemon games, and then that's all
Yeah,
I.
it was
It's
always
the only thought
November.
I gave.
Yeah.
Yep, and that was the time of my birthday, so it was awesome.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say, you know, what? I'm trusting my heart. I think one is wrong. I think one is the
Okay.
lie.
Do you think that's just completely wrong, or do you think it was like a different time period?
I think it was 13 minutes.
13 minutes? Okay. Well, let's see if you're right, Quentin. The correct answer was 3. 3 was,
Oh
in
my
fact,
goodness.
the lie. There was never there was never DLC planned
Dang.
for Pokemon X and Y.
I knew it. I should have trusted my gut. Southern France sucks.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
like, you did mention that, like, Pokemon Z was, I think they were planning on doing Pokemon Z, but then they just scrapped it because they were like, well, fuck X and Y. I don't know.
It's too late. We only have a year to make any Pokemon game,
yeah.
regardless of quality, so we don't
Exactly.
have time to think about this.
Exactly. Yeah, you know, which never happens anymore. Good thing that never happens anymore, and that only happened in that one instance. No, and then yeah, Pokemon X and Y. This was a big deal. Like they were the first mainline games that were like released worldwide on the same day. I remember that was like a big thing that they were like pushing. And then Phantom was in fact designed in 30 minutes, loosely. Like basically, this guy that like worked for the Pokemon company, he was like kind of like more in training, but they basically like put him in a room. Like he wanted to like be a part of like the directing team for one of the games, so they put him in the room and they were like, design a Pokemon. You have 30 minutes, and he came up with Phantom loosely. And then they you know, the design for Phantom was changed a little bit, but like in general, the idea for Phantom was designed in 30 minutes, which I thought was kind of neat.
Hell yeah.
So
Cool bean.
let's move on to question 8 now. These are based off Generation 7, Sun and Moon.
Sun and Moon.
Your favorite generation.
I love this generation so much.
All right. The first one is a third version of Pokemon Sun and Moon, titled Pokemon Stars, was planned for the new Nintendo 3DS, but was scrapped. In Pokemon Moon, when the totem Raticate appears, it mistakenly has the cry of a Gumshoos. Guzzlord is actually based on the creatures that Dean sees in his sleep. I'm kidding. That's not actually the last statement. The last statement is Alola Executor was conceived in the 1990s.
Was conceived?
Yes.
In the 1990s.
Yeah. Did you like my fake statement?
Yeah, but I hate Dean. So
okay,
you know.
that's why. Okay, yeah. Damn. Well, do you like Guzzlord? Do you like the Ultra Beasts in general? I know the Ultra Beasts are a little.
No,
they're a little controversial in the Pokemon fandom.
Especially since after a banger of Mega Evolutions, they're like, yeah, let's just get rid of that in entirety.
That's true, and then they got Z. We got Z moves, which was like, why did they introduce Z moves? Why didn't they introduce? I mean, like, wouldn't that make more sense in X and Y? I don't know. I'm glad they didn't introduce an X and Y because Mega Evolution was arguably better.
Mega Evolutions was so great, and I like. Ever since then, they've never added something that like meets my expectations of Mega Evolutions, which I guess like it's anyway. That's for debate night. Let's think about this. I think number one's wrong. That's just my immediate assumption. In the second one, yeah, I feel like number one's wrong. How it was? I almost think for a little bit that like maybe it was like technically like copyrighted or is listed as a copyright like Pokemon Stars.
Okay.
I feel like it wouldn't have been planned. I don't think it was planned. I'm gonna say I think number one's wrong.
Okay. So why? What do you think? Despite the fact that remember, Sun and Moon came out in 2016, do you think Alolan Exeggutor was conceived all the way back in the 90s?
In the 90s. I mean, their design is very, very basic, I would say.
Okay.
Like they're like, hey, let's like, because Alolan's Executor is just like a big tree, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they're probably just like, hey, what if we make like a Hawaiian version or something of this tree? Like, I almost think like maybe they're like, it was like a little birth thought of like, what if we made this tree have like different variations? But then they just are like, no, that's stupid. So,
Oh, okay.
mhm. Wait, when was Executor?
Exeggutor was in Gen 1, but then Alolan
Okay.
Exeggutor, was like new to Sun and Moon.
Yeah, I guess the important thing is like when was Executor regular conceived?
Mm-hmm.
Right in
Well,
the
it would have
comments.
been in
No.
that would have been in the 90s because that was. I mean,
Mm.
I guess it wouldn't necessarily might have not been in the 90s, but when leading up to when Pokemon came out, the original games, because Exeggutor was in the original games.
But like I said, I lock
Anyway.
in. I think it's number one.
All right, I'll stop. I'll stop trying to whatever sway you. You were right. The correct answer was one.
Woo!
Um,
Okay, cool.
So yeah, there was rumors of a game called Pokemon Stars that was going to be for the Switch, but that never
Oh,
obviously never ended up happening. Um, and then Alolan Exeggutor, there was a piece of concept art for the Pokemon trading card game that had a long necked Exeggutor, and so people are like, "Oh
okay.
my God, Alolan Exeggutor was planned all the way back then." I don't necessarily know if that's true, but like that is a thing. It's kind of neat because it's
Okay.
like, oh shit. Um,
Mhm.
but yeah. Anyway, moving on to question 9. This is the penultimate question based on Generation 8, Sword and Shield.
My other favorite generation.
Yep. Here are the statements. Galarian Weezing can learn the most self-destructing moves out of all Pokemon to date.
Okay.
The wild area originally had no overworld Pokemon in it. Dynamax and Gigantamax Pokemon were inspired by a glitch in the Generation 7 games that caused Pokemon to inexplicably grow very large.
Why do I feel like 3 I've heard of, but also I don't know. I feel like I've heard of that once, but I don't really have any basis to prove it off of. I feel like the second one, when they made Generation 8, Sword and Shield, they're like, that was their biggest like pitch was the open world. But
Yeah.
I guess their biggest pitch wasn't necessarily Pokemon in the open world. But that's stupid. Pokemon's stupid if it's number 2. Or if that, oh, I guess Pokemon is stupid if that's true. But I think it's true.
Okay.
And Galarian Weezing can learn the most self-destructing moves out of all Pokemon to date. What about Exploud? Well, I guess Exploud doesn't really have a lot of self-destruct. It might. Um,
I can imagine Exploud self-destructing.
at least it should at least have like explosion, I think.
Yeah, I don't know if it does, but I wouldn't be surprised.
And then there's Explode, who, wait,
Explosion.
Electrode. No,
Oh,
Electrode.
Electrode, yeah.
Yeah, that has some explosion moves. Galarian Weezing. Galarian Weezing. This could be like another like tricky question where like Galarian Weezing in the Pokemon games, in the regular mainline Pokemon games, know the most self-destructing moves, but in Pokemon Coliseum, this Pokemon can learn more explosion moves because why not, or something like that.
Well, Pokemon I mean, Galarian Weezing wasn't in Coliseum.
Well, what I mean is like.
No, I know. I mean, I know what you're saying.
Yeah, because it's to date. It's not just in Gen 8. So that's why that's tricking me a little bit.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. Okay.
The Wild Area, Dynamax, and Gigantamax. I also feel like the third one is kind of like a almost like a not a creepy pasta, but like almost like a fan made headcanon rumor.
Oh, the third
That's
one.
how I kind of feel about it. Yeah, I kind of feel like I've heard that before, but then it's like based off of no evidence whatsoever, or like just a fan made, I made it up kind of rumor. So I'm gonna guess it's number. I'm gonna guess it's number 3. It's the. I'm gonna guess it's number 2. 2 is the least. Two is giving me the least warning, so I think it's the lie. It seems the least. It seems the most harmless, so I think it's. The
interesting thought process. Okay. So what you're saying is you think that Pokemon always planned on having overworld Pokemon in the wild area. Like they there was no point when there was none. Like they always were like, oh yeah, wild area, overworld Pokemon.
I mean,
I'm not trying to convince you one way or the other, or maybe I am.
Sure.
But
no, I mean that's a good point because I do think like maybe originally the wild area was not meant to be like as big as it is.
Okay.
But also I feel like what is it just going to be walking simulator if there's no overworld Pokemon in it? Like, come on. It's already walking simulator enough, but I don't know. Maybe they're cooking on something. No, I'm locking in number 2.
You're locking in number 2. You think 2 is the lie?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, Quentin, the correct answer was 3.
3.
You were right. That was fan fiction headcanon because I made it up. I made it up.
Oh my goodness.
That was not true.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I think it's stupid that they actually literally they were not going to have overworld Pokemon in the wild area. That big area for a Pokemon game, that giant area. There was going to be no overworld Pokemon. It was just going to be grass like any other route, but it was just going to be really big.
Oh, I guess I should have clarified that. Like, I guess I should have said that. Like, was grass still there for like wild grass? And if that's the case, I could see it. Pokemon's dumb like that.
It's stupid. Like the only reason why they added overworld Pokemon, it was like a very like last minute decision because people liked it in the Let's Go games, and that's why they added it. I think that's stupid because why would that not be something that you'd want to have anyway? I don't know. It's stupid. I don't.
I just like to think like Pokemon has always been like we understand the audience's dreams is they want to see Pokemon like in the world in real life. They want to like, hey Pixelmon, that mod we sued, that harmless mod that we sued, a long time ago, and then we made that stupid PokeCube game. They had overworld Pokemon, and we know a lot of people liked it, but we're suing it.
Forgot about the PokeCube game.
Anyway, for our next game, we're gonna provide very low optimization performance and not add overworld Pokemon because we know that's what you want.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. And then Galarian Weezing can learn the most self-destructing. I think it's because it can learn like Explosion, Self-Destruct, and like there's like a move called Misty Explosion or something like that. I don't know. It's I don't know, dude. Anyway, moving on to the final question 10.
Oh my Lanta.
These are based on Generation 9, the most recent generation.
Oh, the generation I definitely played the most.
Yep. Pokemon Violet is the lowest rated main series Pokemon game of all time. Ed Sheeran was originally planned to make an appearance as a challengeable opponent in the post-game of Scarlet and Violet. It is possible to visit the Unova region in Pokemon Scarlet and Violet.
I'm not even going to think about it. I think number 1's false, and I think it's actually Pokemon Scarlet is the lowest rated main series Pokemon game.
Really? You think?
Yep.
You think
I'm locking in. I'm not even going to think about it.
What?
Yeah, not even going to think about it.
So you think?
Okay. So you're trying to get in my mind right now, Tony. You're like, oh, I'm going to tell Quentin, make him debatable. Nope, not thinking about it. Number 1.
Okay. There's nothing I can say. I mean, I don't want to. It's hard to do these because like I want to talk to you and like hear your thought process, but I also don't want to like mess with your decision because I
All
wanted
right,
it to be organically
I'll hear what you have to
yours.
say. Let's hear what you have to say.
I don't know. Well, I was just gonna say. I'm
Oh.
just gonna say that means that you
Huh?
think that not only do you think that the Unova region that you can go to the Unova in Scarlet and Violet, but that Ed Sheeran was also going to be an opponent that you could challenge
Hey.
in the post game.
One, Ed Sheeran he has orange hair.
That's
Need I say more?
No.
Yeah.
You,
Number
you
3.
need not.
I almost think. I feel like I've heard something like this, but wait a minute. Wait. No, like I said, I don't want to think about it. But I feel like I've heard something, so I'm locking in number 1.
All right. Well, Quentin, the correct
Uh-huh.
answer was 2.
Oh,
Ed
2.
Sheeran. I thought that would be like a dead giveaway. I had to hold myself back from laughing at that one.
I will say this. Ed Sheeran, one, I said his hair is red, but my real reasoning is that he was in the credits.
He was in the credits.
Yeah. And I was like, well, I feel like they would have planned something to like bring in more audience members or something, or they would have made like a really close like reference to Ed Sheeran, but clearly I was wrong.
I wish it was true. Trust me. Out of all of the things that I made up to like, out of all the lies that I made up for this quiz, this is the one that I wish was true.
And then he would have went, I'm in love with the Pikachu.
That would have been so awesome. Immediately, because Pokemon Violet...
Pokemon Violet would have been rated way up there.
Yeah, because that is true. Pokemon Violet is currently the lowest rated main series Pokemon game. I think it has like a 73, which is like not terrible, but like for Pokemon standards, it's pretty bad. And I think that would have improved its score tremendously.
Oh, yeah.
And also, in part of the DLC of Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, one of the places that you go to is supposedly in the Unova region. So,
awesome.
Yeah, there you go. So, Quentin, that is the game. Thank you for playing. Quentin, you ended with 4 points. So 40%. Hey, you know what? That's better than 30.
That is better than 30.
And there were some tricky ones in there. So
there were,
there were some stinky ones in there. So, overall, I think you did pretty well. Thank you for playing. And thank you all for watching. Thank you all at home for watching this quiz. Hopefully you played along and you learned a little something about Pokemon today.
Yeah, and you know what? Make sure to catch that subscribe button. Volt tackle the like button, and I don't know, ominous wind the comment section.
Yep. Yeah.
Oh, and what's this? Ending title screen. I choose you.
Okay, that's awesome. Oh yeah, we have to do brother fist. All right, bye guys. Bye.
All right, that was stupid.
I was just like, I'm just gonna let him cook at the end there.
What?